perceived, pushing for the deal, scouting the player, weighing up the options, monitoring, discussing. They appreciate the player, edging closer, studying, exploring, flirting, leading the race, targeting, prioritizing, considering, keeping tabs on the player, agreeing personal terms, following. He's a concrete name. Luring, gauging, in love with. How many more buzzwords do these journos need? Like, real talk, how many more buzzwords do these journos actually need?
Well, we've got a new one now. Leapfrogged. Arsenal have leapfrogged Manchester United for the Victor Gyökeres deal, apparently. Before we get into talking all of that, smash the likes up. Big up, Cole. How are you, mate?
Big up, mate. Yeah, all good. All good. Come off back-to-back night streams for doing the World Cup of Darts. So all good. And we've almost touched 900 views tonight, which is my highest grossing view. Not highest grossing, my highest live stream I've had. Didn't come to a watch along, so seems like I have a new niche that I can actually go after.
What phase are you in?
What phase am I in? I don't know. Well, I'm hitting the double top for fun here. So
and both the Lukes didn't. That's why they lost.
Biblical stink on hook there. Germany were fucking outstanding. They really were. But yeah, that was a disaster from our country. Absolute disaster. All this hype about the reigning Premier League champion and the reigning world champion. Yeah. This is why pairs is not as straightforward as singles, because you can't get into a rhythm. When you're a singles, you can get into a rhythm because you're playing after the other. You got to wait your turn in the pairs, and you can't get into a sort of rhythm, and it does really, really affect you. But enough of me golloping on about darts. I hope you're well, Bob. And GYOKERES. So, I generally don't know what to believe in these fucking journalists. I generally don't. It's like 1 minute it's saying Romano is saying that GYOKERES is now very, very unlikely now to go to United. Yet we got Ben Jackass Jacobs turning around and saying no, United are still in play for him. It's I got no idea. I've got no idea what to think of. But if it is the former, good. I prefer GYOKERES over Sesko anyway. And that does sound like a Berta signing compared to Sesko, who's more of an Arteta signing. So I hope that Bert has been given a little bit more of a little more leeway with this one. I hope so anyway, but we don't know yet.
Interesting. All right, big up to everyone locked in, man. 500 in here. 100 likes is shambolic. And big up Jezza, mate. All right, it's bloody hot, isn't it, Jez? I swear this aircon, it ain't even making me feel cooler. All it's doing is messing my throat up, drying my throat out. But yeah, this is my third of 4 streams today. Just watched Portugal under 21 slap Poland 5-0. Light work. And before that, I watched Spain skank a win in stoppage time against Romania.
Oh, Jesus.
Literally skanked it in stoppage time. And the first 2 goals in that game were quality as well. Yeah, the Romanian striker, I can't remember his name now, slapped one top bins from 30 yards out. And then the fellow who plays for Atleti, no, not Atleti, Bilbao, who scored against United at Old Trafford. And again, I can't pronounce his name. It's a Basque name. I can't pronounce them. Slapped one top bins as well from 30 yards out. And then the goal right at the end was comical. But I will be going live for the Club World Cup, guys, which kicks off in less than 3 hours. Leo Messi's team in Miami are playing Al Ali from Egypt. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then tomorrow, football. Bayern Munich are playing the first leg of the La Liga 2 playoff final. It's over two games. That's on tomorrow as well. So I'm going to have to do dual watch along. Bayern kick off at 5 and that kicks off at 6. So we will be there, guys. We will be there. Who else is playing tomorrow? Let me have a quick look. I am sweating in this gaff, mate. PSG versus Atleti play tomorrow as well. And what else do we have? Palmeiras, Porto. And if I'm still active at 3 a.m. UK, I'll be doing Botafogo versus Seattle Sounders.
I'll pour you.
I know. And then, yeah, I might not be making. Actually, I don't even know if Side's doing the midday lives. I haven't spoken to him for a bit. But then after that, Monday night, proper Chelsea, they play. Boca Juniors versus Benfica, Northside Tears. We will be there. We will be there. And Flamengo at 3 a.m. against the ES Tunis. I probably won't be there for that.
You do realise Northside doesn't give two shakes of a lamb's tail about regarding a Benfica in the Club World Cup. Come on.
Oh, he will if they win it. He'll be relentless.
Oh, he won't. But come on, Benfica ain't winning it. It's going to be it's a toss up for me between either Real Madrid or PSG. I would like to see Al Hilal do it, but yeah, we'll find out how good they really are when they come up against a juggernaut like Real Madrid. If they hold their own, they'll probably go far in the tournament. If they get absolutely walloped, then it could be a one and done situation. If they make out the group, that is.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I'm really excited for this. So hopefully the games don't disappoint. Most of them kick off at a reasonable time. So even the midnight ones, my time, are not too bad. But anyway, let's get into this. Cole's link for his channel is in the title, so make sure you're subbing to his channel, guys. And I'll text Matty to see if Matty wants to jump on. Jezza, if you want to jump on for a little bit, you're more than welcome, mate. And I've had a bit of, before we jump into that, I've had a bit of an issue today. My iPhone charger, I've got it, so I've got my Mac in front of me with my monitors here. And then when I put the football on my Mac, I've got a little plug-in that goes into the Mac, into the monitor. So I just drag the screen onto the monitor. That also has a cable to charge phones and stuff like that. Put it in my iPhone. Look, 20 minutes later, it weren't charging. Took it out, and the fucking thing's stuck in the bottom of it.
Oh, I've had that done to me once. You need a pair of tweezers. Well, I managed to get... Oh, no, actually, I didn't use tweezers. I used toenail clippers. I actually used toenail clippers.
That's a shout.
I used toenail clippers to get them out. Yeah,
and then I know
that sounds like a very weird, cringy way of doing something, but I'm like, I've got tweezers, couldn't get them out, so I'm like, right, I need something sharp but small to grip onto. What have I got? I've got toenail clippers, so I got them out, and I managed to prise enough of it out and I got it out in the end. Pause. So.
No, I was flapping around. Jez, I've sent the link, mate. Bless up, bro. And yeah, so I managed to. I've got this portable charger thing. It's like a brick. I don't know if you can see it. You see that? Like a big brick.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. Let me unconnect it. There you go. It's like a big brick. You can charge like 4 phones off of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I couldn't find the wire, and I got wires everywhere in a drawer. Yeah, so I was rummaging. I was live at the time. Yeah, I was thinking, where the fuck's the wire? Because it's a unique wire. It's not a fucking standard wire that you can use other ones for. Yeah, so luckily that is charging. Otherwise, I'm effed. So next week, I'm going to have to go and get a new charger. Long. And have you noticed iPhones, the chargers or any phones, they always break at night time. So you can't go and get one. Never breaking it. Every iPhone charger I've had breaks in the evening when all the shops are shut. Never in the day when you can go out and get one. It's jarring.
No, it's annoying. But I've got a portable charger, so it plugs in. So it's a normal plug-in, but it actually all you do is I take the case off at night because my phone does get quite hot, and then I just put it on top of the charger, and then it just charges itself up, and don't need to worry about wires. Yeah,
that's what I'm going to do with this for now. But yeah, bless up to everyone locked in. Gattuso's the new Italy coach. It's great falling upwards, isn't it? Like, how do these football managers keep getting better jobs after the one they got sacked from previously? Make it make sense. Anyway, where's this? What am I doing? There we go. Yo, smash these likes up as well. These likes are a disgrace. So apparently, Victor Gyökeres has rejected, apparently, Real Madrid. Fucking hell. I bet he wishes he'd play for them. Gyökeres has rejected Man United, apparently. And apparently, Rafael Santos, who was in my chat, who's obviously Portuguese, said that Arsenal went for a meeting with his agent or Sporting's hierarchy. I can't remember. I think it was the hierarchy, actually. They want 80 mil. We want to pay around 60. But we left without putting a bid on the table at all. And apparently they've got the ump with that. So this is why I don't believe anything they say, these people.
No.
Because the original tweet from Fabrizio says, Victor Gyökeres' priority is to join Arsenal this summer, despite calls from Man United in recent weeks. Right? Then it says Gyökeres always an option amid Sesko talks and no deal sealed so far. Arsenal keep assessing situation. United remain keen but believe it's now unlikely. Right, number one, if his priority is to join Arsenal, why the fuck do they want him? Like, why do Man U want him? Number two, there's so many holes in this tweet, it's crazy. Let me share the screen quickly. Number two, right, so his priority is to join Arsenal. He's had calls from United. He's always been an option amid Sesko talks. No deal sealed so far. Arsenal keep assessing situation. What's to be assessed, mate? He wants to join, according to this. And we're going to pay about the same money for Sesko. So what are we doing here? This makes no sense to me. Out of the two, I'd rather him. Yeah, because he can score a fuck ton of goals. Yeah, but at the same time, if you're a footballer, you ain't going saying, nah, my priority is Arsenal. You ain't going to say that. You're going to leave your options open, aren't you, surely?
Yeah.
Because you don't want to commit to one club and then they don't do the deal because you look a prat. Yeah, and then you have to like worm your way back in with the other club. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe any of this shit, Carl, if I'm honest. I think that we want Sesko. Leipzig are trying to take the piss with a fee. Yeah, and then the agent of Sesko or the agent of fucking this guy has got in contact with Fabrizio and said, yo, put this out. That's what I think. I don't know. Maybe.
What I think they're doing is I think they're going after Gyökeres, and as Fabrizio said, they're assessing the situation. I actually think Arsenal they're going after Gyökeres to then make Leipzig dump in their nappy and actually reduce the asking price of Sesko. Because if they are so adamant of getting Sesko, then you should really buy him straight off. But this club doesn't do that. They want to try and freaking finesse, and they want to try and, confuse the agents. And let's be real here. Everyone talks about the agent, Victor Ross, Gyökeres' agent, beg your pardon. So he wants to join. If he said he wants to join Arsenal, you've all got to realize something. Okay, agents don't care where their players go. All they want is that. All they want is how much of the cut am I getting?
Mm-hmm. No, that's true. Absolutely spot on. Yeah, and this is the thing with it, yeah. Like, we see this every single transfer window. Like, literally every single transfer window. It's not just with us, it's with everyone. And this is why. Right. No, I've read a tweet out. Yes, it's coming up recording error, Jez. Right, 1 sec. Sorry, mate.
That's all right.
Let me send it again. StreamYard's been having a stinker for a couple of days, Jez, so it don't surprise me. I had to stream off OBS yesterday, which was long. So I don't know how to use it.
I've tried OBS. It's a minefield. You really have got to spend at least a couple of days trying to work it out. Because I'm tempted to go over there, but I need to. There's so much good stuff you can do over there, but it's so long-winded and it's not straightforward. It really isn't straightforward.
Once it's all set up, it's cool.
Oh yeah.
Well, I say it's cool. The amount of times I don't find my fucking camera on there is mad. I did see the Ben Jacobs tweet. Let me share that one. So, when did Fabrizio post his tweet out?
2 hours ago, apparently.
8:28 p.m. my time.
Yeah.
So, what time did
7:49? 7:49 UK time.
That's the same fucking tweet. What am I doing here, idiot? So Ben Jacobs put his out first.
Yes, by the looks of it.
Okay. So.
Oh, hang on. No, I take that back. Fabrizio put that out. So UK time, he put that out 7:28. Ben Jacobs then put his next tweet out literally 21 minutes later. 21
minutes after Fabrizio posted, this has come out, yeah?
Yes.
Gyökeres prefers a move to the Premier League and would welcome Arsenal bid. Arsenal deciding between Sesko and Gyökeres. Andrea Berta simultaneously advancing both deals.
No, he ain't.
How does he know that?
No, he ain't.
Gyökeres would be open to Man United. Well, that's funny because 21 minutes earlier, Fabrizio said that he wants Arsenal priority. There's been no formal rejection, but the deal to date has also never been at an advanced stage, despite suggestions. Suggestions from who? Who said it was at the advanced stage to Man United?
Not even close.
That's what I'm saying. These journalists are playing each other off against each other to try and get the up. And this is why you've got to be careful, right? That tweet Fabrizio posted out that I've just shared, the tweet before that, he deleted. Yeah, it wasn't to do with Arsenal. It's to do with an ex-academy Man City player that's gone to Marseille from Burnley, centre-back. Can't remember the fella's name, CJ something. And he said that the tweet said, Man City get 20% sell-on clause.
I saw that.
He's going on a free. He's going on a free. Egan Riley, that's it. CJ Egan Riley. Yeah, he's going on a free. Yeah, so how does Man City get 20% of that then? Make that make sense?
I hope someone I hope someone screenshotted it before.
Oh yeah, people in my chat had screenshotted it. Yeah.
But you are right, they are playing off each other. It just sounds like a game of fucking cat and mouse between these journalists right now. I struggle to even believe what Fabrizio says every now and then, but at least he has some sort of credibility. And I mean some credibility, not much, but some. But Ben Jacobs, I know, isn't he the guy that's always on the football terrace?
Yeah.
He is, right. Okay,
this is the guy that got sacked from the BBC 15 years ago.
Fuck me, the BBC don't sack anybody nowadays.
Thank you. He's open to Man United. There's been no formal talks, blah, blah, blah. United have not made any formal approach to Sporting. He has several different options discussed. Yeah, Swedish striker, one of several options discussed for Man U. Gyökeres believes he will still be allowed to leave Sporting for €70 million. Arsenal have always been one to watch, but it would depend on Berta. There you go. Put the blame on Berta then. Because he's also in ongoing talks for Sesko at the same time.
Okay.
With a bid, this is the best bit of this tweet, by the way, with a bid for one of the two targets expected soon. Really? Well, I thought we'd already bid. I thought we'd bid because this lot, what's his name? Henry Talks Bollocks in his video yesterday shared a tweet saying that them, CNN and Mace Football or something, yeah, and they put down. I stopped it. Do you remember, guys? It was Mace Football. So we can now discredit them, or can we discredit him? Which one's lying?
Either way, it's a fabrication.
Yeah, either way, somebody's lying. Because there's no bid according to him, but according to that other one in Portugal, yeah, we were going back in with a second bid for Gyökeres. So what was the? Do you remember I stopped it? Yeah, and I said, cool. So what was the first bid? Why couldn't you tell us the figures? Because it told us the figures for the second bid, not the first bid. They're all lying. They ain't got a clue what's going on. They know that he's either going Arsenal, Man United. That's it, as it stands now. Then what happens is if he ends up somewhere else, they go, oh yeah, somebody came in and hijacked the deal at the end. No, they've always got a way out, these journalists. They're like top gooners, always got an answer. Gyökeres is going to give priority to Premier League clubs despite having firm Saudi interest and growing number of European suitors. Okay, a growing number.
Name a Saudi club then. Name a Saudi club that's going after them.
Do you know what's mad? I quote tweeted Fabrizio the other day. Yeah, look at this. What phase is a gal in, by the way? Big up a gal.
Oh, big up. Well done. Well above. Well done. Maybe your landlord, I'll stick your rent up by another grand.
Has he finally blocked me, has he? Has he finally, has Tiki Taka Twat finally blocked me?
Hey! And much was rejoiced.
He's finally blocked me, lads. Hey!
Standing ovation.
He's finally blocked me. Calling out his bullshit. He posted a tweet out, yeah, saying something about being a spear. I'll find the tweet. Well, I can't find the tweet, but I'll give you an idea of what the tweet is. And before anyone starts getting fucking leery, I said banned from OnlyFans, dead.
Is he Tiki Taka, yeah? I don't
Yeah.
follow him and he hasn't blocked me. Well, I've only just redone my account, so guess what? It's easy.
Right. So the company, he put a thing out with if you want to be a sports writer or something, go to this. We're recruiting at this company and this and that. Yeah. So Tiki Taka Twat is the social media director of that company. Can't remember the name of it, but this guy here, who is a complete and utter fucking bellend, by the way, and has been on social media in the mainstream chatting bollocks crap. Yeah. Well, I say mainstream, he ain't really. He's been there for fucking years on Twitter, chatting absolute bollocks. Anyone who's old enough to have had Twitter 10 years ago, yeah, or actually had Twitter 10 years ago, right, will know this geezer is a knob. Right. Well, anyway, the company this guy owns has over 40 different companies linked to them. So, like for media, yeah, where they get sports writers in there. Yeah. Tiki Taka Connor's the media director, and he's also the social media director and the head of social media at Arsenal Fan TV. Over 40 million people. Sorry, millions over 40 different sites. So I've quoted it. He's obviously blocked me. Unlucky. Yeah, unlucky, mate. Funny that, isn't it? Right. Anyway, we weren't going for him. We were looking for the tweet about Fabrizio. Oh, yeah, I thought we were signing Alberto Moliero. But we got told that last year, didn't we? We got told in January that he was a done deal for 60 million euros this summer, left winger. How's he managed to sign for Villarreal when he's at a tournament? How's that possible? He's at the under-21s tournament in Slovakia. How's that even possible, guys? I didn't think you could do a deal while they're away. Anyway, where's this?
How far back you got to go?
Fuck knows. Stinker and hooks everywhere. Where is it? Another one that's got away. Joan Garcia.
Yeah.
Joan Garcia, guys. Where the fuck is this tweet?
But apparently, according to that twat, solid deal by the club regarding of Kepa.
Yeah, here's the Moliero news. Yeah. They're all gassing this fucking shit newspaper up in January, saying that this guy, I think that means transfers in Spanish. I think that means transfers in Spanish or deals, something like that. But apparently, according to this guy, yeah, the official announcement may come in the following months. But everything indicates that the talent of Alberto Moliero will shine at the Emirates Stadium, marking the beginning of a new chapter in his career. Mikel Arteta sees him as a key piece to enhance his offensive play. Yeah, that went well then, didn't it?
And he went to Villarreal.
And he went to Villarreal instead. Good one. Oh, here we go. I found it. Saudi, this was on the 9th. Fabrizio. Saudi Pro League clubs have approached Benjamin Sesko in recent hours with important proposals. Understand, Sesko's priority is to continue in Europe at this stage, with talks to follow in the next days. Which teams? If you know teams have contacted him, you know the names of the teams then, right?
Yeah,
this all makes no sense, bro. Now he's posting about Gyökeres. It's almost like the agents are contacting him to keep the deals going.
Someone just tells me this is just going to get pushed on throughout the transfer window when it eventually does get reopened. Everyone, all the top good is gassing that up, saying, "Oh, on the 1st of July, everything's all going to be revealed." Zubamendi, one of these two, either Gyökeres or Sesko, is going to get unveiled. I'll be very, very surprised I'll probably say this. I think Zubamendi will be unveiled, but regarding of anything, and maybe Kepa, but regarding of anything else, like Gyökeres, I think this is going to go all the way right down to the end again. They're going to make us wait and wait and wait and wait. And Lou Dog is absolutely spot on with that comment that she put in there.
Bidding wars.
Yeah, bidding wars. They're just driving up a bidding war.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. Or the agents are just getting way too impatient because they want their slice of the pie, and they're both going to be massive deals, aren't they?
Of course.
Yeah, let's be real with it. They're both going to go for top dollar. And they're both going to get paid a fuck ton of money over the contract. So we're talking well over 100 odd million quid for each of them with the wages. So the agent's probably sitting there thinking, yo, if we can get this up to about 70 mil, I'm getting a slice of this 70 mil.
Yeah, of course he is. He's pushing for it. Agents are pushing for themselves. They may say they care about the player, but let's be real. Agents are snide bastards, and they only care about themselves. They are advocates. They only care about the money that's lined in their pocket.
Facts. Where do you think he's going to end up, Gyökeres?
Well, he can't go. Well, he ain't staying at Sporting now due to apparently he's ruptured the relationship now. But whether that's all freaking pie in the sky nonsense from journalists, I don't know.
Well, that's another thing as well, right? Because the Sporting director apparently had a gentleman's handshake, a gentleman's agreement, and all that crap, yeah, right. But that Sporting director is now at Man City. So now the new Sporting director's come in. Yeah, well, if that was a gentleman's agreement with the previous one, it ain't with me, mate. So fucking we're getting what we can for you.
Yeah.
But then on the flip side of that, do you want to keep a player that's not happy being there and he wants to leave? He does obviously want to leave. This is where I don't believe that story is 100% true either. Because, yeah, they might have had a handshake and a gentleman's agreement and all that crap. Right? But surely that's written down on paper, number one, legally binding. If it ain't, number two, then surely the ownership and the other hierarchy at that club, not just the Sporting director, will step in and go, no, we had an agreement. So if they haven't stepped in, they've said, no, there's no, then I can see an argument. And maybe there is something in that, but the way they're dressing it up is he's going to try and force himself out, and he's had a massive bust up with them. You know, he ain't. He's probably sat on a fucking yacht somewhere with bad bitches everywhere. Do you know what I mean? A bunch of Swedish dollies around him. You know what I'm saying? I get out of it. He's probably sitting on a beach laughing his head off. Yeah, and then apparently he's come out and said that. Where's that other tweet from Fabrizio? Because I don't know what Sporting said. I've missed it. If anyone can put the quote in from Sporting, the hierarchy of Sporting the other day, because I haven't seen that anywhere. But people were saying that it had a bit of a bust up. I've sent Jezza the link, mate, so hopefully it's going to work for him. I've sent it twice. So let me find this tweet from Fabrizio the other day, where he shoots back and claps back. Where is it? He tweets fucking shitloads, doesn't he? Right. Smash the likes up as well. 1,300 in here, guys. 1,300 inside. Right. Where are we? Yeah, look, he's even posting out about 19-year-old Weliti Lucky, who signed the deal for Liverpool. All right. Has anybody ever heard of this guy? Do any Liverpool fans know if he's any good? He's come through their academy, apparently. Not quite sure why that's being posted. That was 23 hours ago. Maybe the agent gave him a little kickback on that. I don't know. Pogba to Monaco, perhaps. Okay. Market opportunity, guys.
Would you take Pogba?
Yeah.
Even though he spent how many years did he spend in prison? Or did he get suspended?
No, he won't be in prison. That was
just suspended, wasn't he?
That was what's his name? Dani Alves.
Oh, Dani Alves, yeah. Sorry, getting the two mixed up.
But yeah, I'd take Pogba as a backup player or first team player. He's fucking probably better than most of our players even now.
Even a half-fit Pogba's better than Odegaard.
Well, exactly. Play him in the right position and he'll slap. Where is this fucking tweet? Here we go. I found it. Victor Gyökeres fires back. This guy, bro, I swear. Fires back after Sporting president words. Right? So the way he's worded that is what Flowers and Henry Talks Bollocks and Gold Bitch and AFTV and Talk Sport and all these others do. So now you think what this guy is saying is aimed directly at the president. Victor Gyökeres fires back after Sporting president's words. Maybe he is having a go at him. Yeah, but he said, there's a lot of talk at the moment. Most of it is false. I'll speak when the time's right. Well, maybe he's talking about the transfers fucking linked here, linked there. Maybe he's not talking about what the president said. And that you could read anything into that. But the fact that they've coupled the president in that with what he said makes you believe that there's a war going on at Sporting. Well, is there? How do we fucking know?
There's no war going on at Sporting. It does
Sporting know they're going to get a fuck ton of money for him.
Of course they are.
Even if they sell him for the gentleman's agreement, they're going to get a fuck ton. How much they pay for him? 12 mil, if that.
The thing is, though, would Sporting continue to just keep this stringing this along like that? Have they got a striker in mind that they could actually be going after, or are they just waiting for the sale to go through with Gyökeres, so then they can now then go get his replacement? Because surely, if you were thinking of selling someone, you'd get your replacement in now, and then you sell the player.
Mm. They bought him. They bought him for 24 million euro. Apparently, that's what this is saying.
So that's about 18 million.
Yeah, maybe about 20 million. About 20 million.
Yeah, let's make it 20 then. Yeah,
about 20 million. So if they sell him for 60, yeah, that's 50 million pound if it's in euros. If they're selling for 60 million pound, it's 70 million euros is what they want. That's about 58 million, roughly.
Mm.
Yeah, so they're going to double their dough and more anyway, even if they send for the cheaper version. You know, plus they'll get the add-ons if he gets the add-ons, if we win stuff, or Man United win stuff, whoever he goes to. Yeah, this is going to go on for weeks. I'll be shocked if this is wrapped up by any club in the next couple of weeks. It's going to drag on into July.
It will do. It wouldn't surprise if this isn't done by pre-season. If it's not done by pre-season, then this is going to be panic. This is going to be panicking all the way right to the end.
Sporting president said the only agreement is that Gyökeres can leave for less than 100 million. No fee was agreed, and he's not leaving for 60 plus 10. Was that his actual quote? Yeah. There you go. Less than 100 mil. And 100 million euros is about 80 million quid, 83, 84 million maybe. Yeah, and even that, let's just be real with it, even that on the grand scheme of things is fucking cheap right now. Yeah, when you're seeing other players go for 40 million that have done nothing. That's exactly what he said. Big up the chat, man. Yeah. So if he leaves for 80, if they get 100 million for him, the previous stream. Now, send it off for this one, Jez. 1 second, mate. Let me try it again. Copy. All right, I'll reply to your email. There you go. Yeah, it's the right link, Jez. Literally just copied it off here, mate. StreamYard's been taking the piss though, Jez. I can't lie. It's been taking the mick. But I've sent it again. Hopefully third time lucky, bro. So let's assume somebody pays 100 million for him. That's 84 million quid. Let's just say 85 million to be round it up. Yeah, 85 mil. Yeah, 85 million quid. Well, how much did Liverpool pay for Núñez? How much did Chelsea pay for Mudryk?
Oh, they paid too much for Mudryk.
60 mil, something like that, wasn't it? Just in bang average players go for fuck all. Sorry, go for big money. Yeah, Garnacho's going to go for about 50 or 60 million. So on that basis, he's worth 80, isn't he?
Mm.
Yeah, so just pay the fucking money and just get out of it.
But this football club is always trying to straggle with the money. They're always in Klarna settings. They always want to pay bit by bit by bit by bit. Man City, you know, everything I heard from Man City throughout this window, there's never been talks, agreed, anything like that. It's always bang. Man City, they've just signed it. They've just signed this player. They've just signed that player. There's none of this bullshit wording that goes in between the lines. It's like straight up, Manchester City, they've just signed, done and dusted.
Facts. And that's because they're respected at board level.
Yeah. And their owner demands it.
And not only that as well. Yeah, they know that they'll go to a threshold. They ain't getting bullied. They'll say, right, we can go. They'll be saying to themselves, we'll go to X amount. Yeah, and they will have the balls to walk away from a deal and say, no, not for us. Bye-bye. Yeah, they did it with Van Dijk. Probably a bit of a mistake, to be fair. But at the same time, it both worked out all right for both parties because he won at Liverpool and then they keep winning in the City. So it worked out all right in the end. Yeah, but at the same time, big up Rossi, bruv. Hope you're well, buddy. Hope you're good, mate. But at the same time, they've done it with Harry Maguire. They've done it with, what's his name, Van Dijk. Yeah, they've done it with Núñez. They've done it with Declan Rice, apparently. Yeah, it says 4 of names straight away. That's without anyone else. Yeah, and they'll go to a certain level and they'll go, nah, fuck off. Yeah, we're Man City. We'll go and get someone else. Yeah, and it seems to be working, isn't it? Alexis Sanchez, they did it with CR7, if you believe all these stories. Yeah, but At the same time, what we do is we go out there and we go, oh yeah, cool, we'll go in, we'll start the initial talks. Then what happens is somebody else will come in and steal the player right at the end. Yeah, because they'll just throw the money on the table. You watch it happen again this summer. It'll happen again this summer. How you doing, Jezza? You're in.
Man, what are you doing to me? Send me the wrong link. What the fuck?
It was the right link, right?
No, it wasn't. It's the one for the show before.
Well, the first link I sent you was.
Yeah.
Is it really?
I'm like, what the fuck am I doing here? Seriously.
Was it really the first? Was it really the one? Wow.
Yeah, it was your watch along. It was your watch along. I'm like, what are you doing, man?
That's a bit weird.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was as well. Yeah, I've just seen it. Fuck, it was as well.
It kept coming up this recording error. I don't think I'm not recording, man. I'm not recording. Anyway, don't matter.
Well, you're here now, Jez. That's all that matters, mate. How are you? How's your day been? You seen your neighbour today? Is he good?
Oh, mate, I'm fucking hot, man. Seriously hot. You see the tan? The tan's looking good.
Yeah, the tans are tanning.
Yeah, it's
the tans are tanning.
Ooh, it's like 36 today.
Yeah, it got up to around that here. Got up to about 33, 34 today.
Yeah,
there was no breeze today either. It was horrible, man. It was just mad humid.
We had a breeze we had a massive thunderstorm came over from the Alps about 4 hours ago, and it was proper banging it. I did a stream earlier and I'd delay it because it was just like mental. I didn't want to lose the power or anything, but yeah, I'm loving it, man. I'm absolutely fucking loving it. Beautiful. It's all good. No stress. Big up, Carl. Big up the chat.
Big up, Jez. I'm glad you're enjoying your holiday, bruv.
Yeah, come on.
Your holiday.
Yeah, Jez is super happy, man. A tan always looks better when you wear a white t-shirt as well, doesn't it? It makes you look even more tanned.
Yeah, I'm not a sun worshipper, man. This is just walking around for the last 4, 5, 6 days, you know? And yeah, it's good. Loving it.
We're going to start calling you El Jez. La Jez. La Jezer.
Le Gyökeres.
Le Jezer. Well, maybe you can sign for Arsenal, Jez. Le Jezer.
Yeah.
Can you play up front?
Me?
Yeah. You getting good up front? Can you score goals?
No, I think I'm a bit old now, man.
Well, you probably do better than 29. Probably do better than Jesus. He can't even stay fit. At least you're mobile, Jez. Do you know what I mean?
But I can run, but yeah. I think we'll leave it there, boys. I don't think I'm worth 50 million.
Oh, we'll get you on a free.
Yeah, get me on a free.
Pay per play and that.
I'll tell you what. I'll be very generous. I'll even pay. To go. How about that? I'll even pay. So.
Right, can you imagine Chesa in the dressing room? Right, they get the air dryer treatment.
They wouldn't like me. They wouldn't like me.
It'll pin Odegaard up in the shower and pause.
There'll be a few people boxed up, man. I'll tell you that now.
Back like it was back in the day, Jez, when we were good. Well, before I get your thoughts on this Gyökeres thing, let me grab the two super chats that are here. I think nothing has changed. Sesko probably still plan A. Gyökeres bid. Still only rumours. Neither Gyökeres nor fans will influence Mikel's plan A. Big up to Abdullah from Egypt. Bless up. Hey, there's some Egyptian G's playing tonight in about 2 hours against Messi. Do you support him, Al Ali? Do you support that team, my guy? And obviously you probably support Arsenal as well. But what's your Egyptian team? What phase are they in? Big up to Gianni as well. Big up to Lee and Cole. Arteta out. Top Gooners out. Big up, bro. Big up to you, brother. Sorry, they've been there a minute as well. They've been there a while.
His football knowledge is so crazy. I've been on our stream of Aaron a couple of times where he's been on. Jesus, he's got really good football knowledge. Napoli fan as well.
What phase are they in? They just signed Kevin De Bruyne. Mad. Anyway, Jezza, what do you reckon to Gyökeres? Is it all a load of bollocks, Jez, or is there actually smoke with the fire?
I don't know, mate. I'm just bored with it, to be honest. I don't think this deal's done, if you want my honest opinion about it. I just think it's pure smokescreen at the moment. Will it happen? Look, we've been here so many times before. It's rinse and repeat bullshit. Do I want him? Yeah, I think he's quality. He's decent. Would I want to get Eze? Yeah, I'd like to go to Eze. Proven player, fits at Arsenal. To be honest,
round the corner as well, so you don't have to relocate.
Exactly, lives in wherever he lives. But you know, I just get bored of it. That's why I don't talk about it, because until that man is sat at the Emirates with Berta, Arteta, right, signing the bit of paper, I don't want to know. I'm not interested. Will he come to Arsenal? I'm not convinced, Lee. I'm not convinced. I did a little chat earlier, right? Do Arsenal actually have the attraction that we once did as a club? No, we don't. We got a bunch of clowns running this club. We got a clown manager who has no attraction to bring players in. He doesn't have that. What's the word? What's the right word? Je ne sais quoi.
Aura.
Je ne sais quoi. Yeah, I'll do a bit of French there for you. Je ne sais quoi. Right? Bring him in. The talent, the attraction. No, we don't. And this is what I find annoying. Because va-va-voom. There you go, Adele. Yeah, va-va-voom, as Henri used to say. But no, I don't. I don't think he's going to come to Arsenal, if you want my honest to God and honest truth. But who knows? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'm not panicking right now. I'm not sitting here giving it all the large. I'm chilling and I'm waiting. I'm sitting here in my little spider's web, waiting to see. And then if we don't do the business with this guy Berta, fuck me, man. Am I going to rinse? Am I going to rinse a few people? Because I see channels. I'm not watching channels all the time. But I will be naming a few people that are absolute bullshitters. Absolute bullshit. And I think
we know that most people are, to be fair.
Yeah.
Nobody has a clue what's going on, Jez. The only people that know what's going on, are the agent, the clubs,
and the player.
Yeah, and the player and his family or close friends. Yeah, and even then, a lot of it is out of their hands. The player, because now it's down to the clubs. Because at 1 minute, like I'll give you an example. Yeah, 1 minute a player could be going here, then right at the next minute, another club come in and go, right, well we'll pay more. They've already agreed terms with. So let's say a player's agreed terms with two clubs, Arsenal and United. Arsenal go, yeah, cool, we slap a bid on the table. Yeah, it's under what they want. Yeah, and you think, okay, well, potentially get there, could be going Arsenal in a minute. Yeah, could get the here we go and all that. 2 hours later, Man United come in and go, bang, we'll pay the full asking price. You've already agreed terms with them, now you're going United. Yeah, club accepts it, and that's how quick it can change. I understand that. But people are just going off of fake sources, and guesswork. Like, after the reports, I just like, in fact, more than half of the reports, I'd say 95% of the reports are a load of bollocks on any transfer. We see it in January, Jez and Cole and chat. We were linked to over 100 players in January and signed no one.
Yeah.
That alone should tell everybody, stop listening to these so-called journalists. They don't know anything. We did not sign a single player in January and linked to over 100. Then we've seen Joan Garcia go to Barcelona now. Well, I thought we were going back in for him after we bid under the buyout clause, by the way. And apparently it was a 30 million buyout clause. That's what they told us, 30 million euro. Well, he's just gone for his 25 million buyout clause to buy Barcelona. We bid 21 million. Why? It's 25 mil, mate. Yeah, we've also seen Malero go to Villarreal. Well, that was done, apparently, for this summer. 60 million euro. What are we doing here? How many more of these do we have to see? Naipan, who's just signed for Man City, the Norwegian lad from Rosenborg. Well, apparently that was going to happen. That's three straight away that were January, linked to Arsenal, done deals for the summer pretty much. Now they've gone City, Barca, and Villarreal. Stop listening to these people, man. Yeah, it's so annoying. I know deals fall through, Nelson, yeah, right? But at the same time, it seems to fall through a lot more with Arsenal than any other club. Why? Because Arsenal gets that on the internet. Arsenal gets hits for ESPN, Sky Sports, all the other media outlets, TalkSport. It also gets hits for YouTubers, Twitter, TikTok, so on and so forth. Gets hits for people that don't even support the club. Mention Arsenal, bang, your views are through the roof. Yeah, your interactions through the roof. Yeah, so these people just sit and lie. We know they're lying. Henry Talks Bollocks can't even fucking look at the camera properly because he's lying. Yeah, sitting there reading reports that are a load of bollocks every single day that are linking Arsenal to Gyökeres. Yeah, has he done a video about Thomas Frank signing for Spurs yet? Has he done one on his channel? Probably not. No, this is what I'm saying. These men just rinse Arsenal left, right, and centre. Yeah, no Man City. Man City signed 4 or 5 players. Barely anyone's talking about Man City. Why? Why aren't they doing reports on Man City players? And I'll tell you now as well, if they sign Livramento, he's a baller first and foremost. Now, if they sign him, since January, they've signed an entire starting 11. Nobody's worrying about that. Nobody's talking about that. It's all like Gyökeres, Sesko, oh, Nico Williams, Rodrigo, oh my God, and Buemo. Fuck off. How about talk about Man City are about to sign 11th player since January? Yeah, and Liverpool have signed Wirtz for the same price as Declan Rice, on less money than Declan Rice. Why ain't no one talking about that? Why? Because it don't get you fucking hits on the internet. And these media companies, yeah, that these so-called people don't like, yeah, are doing it, but then they copy what they're doing to get the most traction. Oh, I'm not going to talk about something that ain't trending. Yeah, Flowers, that's him. Oh, I ain't going to talk about something that, it's number 1 trend on the internet, mate. So I'm going to talk about that and get the most views. Whilst I understand that, who gives a fuck? Yeah, who cares? Yeah, I'm gonna do the Man City Khaldun Mubarak review of the season. I'm gonna do that next week. He did it last week. I couldn't do it last week. Yeah, I'll put that out on the other channel. They did a 2-part sit down. Well, I think it's 2 parts. I ain't even watched it yet. Yeah, and I'll put that out. That ain't gonna be trending. But I'll still put it out. Why? Because I fucking couldn't care less. I just want to see what he's saying and then put my reply to it. Now everyone's just jumping on what to get the most fucking traction, which is why you can't believe 95% of these things. It's bollocks.
So basically, on IG, We Are the South stand, which is obviously Dabs and Big Steve's new channel, right? They put an IG post out earlier on this morning, and they put, I see certain football media outlets trying to downplay these 2 signings and how much they improved Man City on last season, which is obviously Cherky and I'm not sure who the other guy is, actually, to be honest with you. Is that Mamouche? Oh, sorry, Reinders, beg your pardon. Cherky and Reinders, right? It's clearly an agenda, or alternatively, just stop being lazy and go and do some damn research. Either way, you're going to find out come next season. I responded back with this. I was the only Arsenal guy, by the way, who actually responded. I said, City are just moving quicker. Your owner demands it. This league ain't ready for City's backlash. Facts.
And it is facts. How can they go out there, sign Reinders, 8 Nuri, yeah, who's the other one? Cherky,
yeah.
Nipam. Who's the other one they signed? Oh, they signed the goalkeeper from Chelsea, Bettinelli.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they've signed 5 players already this window. Yeah, and people go, that's because they're going to the Club World Cup. Cool. Well, how comes Liverpool signed fucking Wirtz already then? Then Gyökeres and Frimpong. Yeah, because they're all done. They ain't going to the Club World Cup.
No.
What? How comes Chelsea have only signed 1 player? Rory Delap. Fucking Liam Delap. They're going to the Club World Cup. How comes they ain't signing players then? Round and round and round we go, chatting bollocks. I'm sick to death of it. Yeah. And the funny thing about it is, yeah, like I said, let me just share this real quick, yeah, because I'll show you exactly what it is. And this is what I mean, yeah, and this is what people do, yeah, especially this fucking idiot. 2 hours ago, another Victor Gyökeres one. Yeah. 7 hours ago, Victor Gyökeres. Notice the views, 23K. When he's talking about his own football club, 6K. Oh, Gyökeres. Liverpool. Oh, Arsenal. So out of his last 6 videos, 5 have been about, 4 have been about Arsenal. Why? Where's Man City? Yeah, then you go down again. Newcastle. He has to throw that one in because he keeps copying Alice Talks Football. Then, another one. Oh, here we go, Verts. This is scary. Are you still peddling that shit from 2 years ago? Cool. Now, 30K on that one, guys. It worked. Talk about his own team. 6K. Garnacho to Arsenal. Why is everything Arsenal? And if you keep going through it, Newcastle, Chelsea, Arsenal, Spurs, Arsenal, Spurs. Oh, he's done a few Spursy ones here. Arsenal. Yeah, put Rodrigo in the thumbnail. 27K. Yeah. Spurs, Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea. Where's all the Man City ones where they keep buying players? Oh, here we go. He's still peddling Nico Williams shit from 2 years ago. Cool.
Yeah,
29K on that one. Yeah. Oh my God. Arsenal first 2 signings revealed. 29,000 people to watch that. First 2 signings have been revealed. Slap Fabrizio's face on it. Make out it was him that said it because you'll click on that. Now, this isn't fair. This isn't fair. Yeah, this isn't fair. What? Neither are signed, and you slap Fabrizio's face in it. What are you waffling about? Slap a question mark on the end. Yeah. Now it's. I was asking a question. No, you've wrote a statement, mate. Yeah, look. Oh, here we go. City want 8 Nouri. Well, why haven't you done a video saying he signed then? Ange got sacked. Arsenal. 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 Arsenal, Newcastle, Arsenal, Chelsea. Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's Chelsea. My bad. Arsenal. He had a Man City player. Oh, it's 8 Nouri again. Cool. That's what I'm saying. Look at the fucking state of these people. 90% of these fucking idiots ignore them. Yeah, and they're copying what the mainstream media are doing. Yeah, that tweet I said about Fabrizio, Jace, I think you were in the chat. Where it was, Sesko fires back after Sporting president, says this. So he's making it sound like Gyökeres is having a go at the president of Sporting. How do we know that? And his quote was, Gyökeres, I see a lot of things and most of them are lies or false. When the time's right, I'll speak. Well, that could be I've been linked here, I've been linked there, I've been linked here, there and everywhere. Maybe he's having a go saying, well, no, that wasn't the fee. That wasn't what we agreed. Maybe he is having a go at the president of Sporting Lisbon. Yeah, but when you're seeing the mainstream media doing this, then people like him and Flowers and all that lot that claim they don't like the mainstream media, why are you copying them then? Surely you should be doing the right way then, because you don't like what they're doing. So why are you copying them? I'll tell you why they're copying them, because everyone's cottoned on to this. Arsenal fans are fucking idiots. Yeah, they'll believe any old shit. Yeah, they're mad emotional. We can fleece them. So now TNT get 100 billion fucking hits in a month or whatever. They can now get more sponsorship deals. Yeah, same with it all works on numbers online. We all know this. Yeah, which is cool. They can all do what they want. But ultimately, when you actually strip back and look at what is being said and where it's being said from, then the previous, i.e. January, 100 players linked, none signed. Stop listening to them. How many more times do you need to get slapped in the face with a wet fish? To realise these men don't have a clue. How does he know Arsenal's next 2 signings? He's sitting in his fucking bedroom. Now, come on, get out of here, man. I'm fucking sick of this shit. Hopefully, Gyökeres does sign. Yeah, because he's better than Sesko. Yeah, but the first signing will probably be Kepa or Zubimendi.
The thing is, Lee, it's the same old, isn't it? Right, we go through the same dance every single summer, and we all get the hype. We all think, "Oh, fuck me, this is gonna be good," and then we all end up disappointed because the girl we're dancing with tells us to fuck off. Right? Yeah, and in January, we don't dance with anyone because at the end of the day, nobody wants to play with us. And I'm bored with this. And I'm solidly bored with it. Because at the end of the day, I see today, what's that guy? Terry fucking Flowers.
Terry Flowers.
Right? What a muppet. Giving it out. Oh, Gyökeres is going to sign. Where do these people get this bullshit from, man? Where do they
But
get it from?
they've always got, they get it from the media, Jez, which ain't media. It's just storytellers and content creators like us.
But why
We're telling a story on our content.
Why talk bollocks when you know you're talking bollocks?
Because
I like to talk facts.
Arsenal Football Club is the most gullible football club of the lot. That's why, and the fans are the ones that soak it up the most.
And what Jez just said, go on, Cole. Sorry.
We are the ones that get targeted every single time because we could, well, not us, not likes of us, not likes of Shane or Aaron or DJB or Kenny Ken or anybody like that. We freaking see through the bullshit from a mile away coming, right? But to everybody else, they just suck it up and they believe it as gospel. That's why they do it continuously on us. That's why Henry Talks Bollocks continuously puts out more Arsenal content than what he does his own football club.
But the thing is, Carl, the thing is, right? You've got a new channel, respectfully, fair enough, okay, right? But you give the facts. You don't take the bullshit. All these people do is do it for the fact they get views, they get the likes, but they're fake. And I can't be fake. You can't be fake. Lee can't be fake, right? So at the end of the day, we are true. These people that watch these absolute arsewipe channels are just doing it. Well, I question this.
Half of them probably don't even like football, Jez. Let's just be real with it.
Well, I question, Lee, what they actually do with their lives.
Half of the people that work in the mainstream media don't even like football, I'd imagine. Like the ones that work in football writing. You know, they just like the fact that they get a little poncy couple of fucking little gigs. Yeah, and they get a little AAA pass around their neck and they get to watch Arsenal for free and be seen as the Oracle. Yeah, oh, look at me. I've posted this out and I've got an exclusive. Yeah, for this and that. They don't really give a fuck about football, Jez. They don't feel it like you feel it. They don't feel it like us in here and the chat feel it. They couldn't give a shit. When they go home, they ain't fucked off that Arsenal were lost. They're writing the next bullshit story.
Fact.
Yeah, they couldn't care less, Jez.
True.
Yeah, and the thing is, right, it's got bigger and bigger and bigger because of mainstream, because of social media. So now what happens is you get people that want to join that part, become mainstream media. So now the likes of Canton, yeah, fair enough. He didn't like his job. He's found a way out of it. Good luck to him. Yeah, but don't be sitting there trying to make out you're in the know, mate, because you don't know nothing. I've got more sources at Arsenal than he has. Has he ever got a fucking transfer story right in his life? No. What are we doing here? You know, but he's just happy to be in the room interviewing Arteta and asking questions and getting to watch Arsenal for free. Yeah, which is cool. Good luck to him. But don't be sitting there chatting shit. Yeah, looking down your fucking nose at people like us. Yeah, at the end of the day, Jez and Carl and chat, this football club has been an absolute shit show since we moved to that stadium. Since we moved to that stadium, we've won 4 FA Cups, mate.
Yeah,
that's it. Listen, we all love the FA Cup. 4 FA Cups. And people want to sit there going, no, like, this is great. We're sitting here. We were supposed to be competing with Europe's elite. Cool. Why haven't we signed a fucking player yet then? Yeah, we moved in there, what, 2006, 7?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're now in 2014-15. No, 2014-15. 2025-26 season's about to start. Yeah. So let's not start that one. 2024-25. We're sitting here in the summer window after that last season. Yeah, all these years later, and we smashed that beautiful stadium down that used to live right opposite, and we're sitting there poncing around for a couple of quid over GYOKERES or Sesko. Just pay the fucking money. Yeah, we've got an army of fans all around the world. Yeah, that will buy all the merch. We've got massive sponsorship deals, and we're sitting there poncing around, scratching around for a couple of quid to get a cheaper deal. What are we doing here?
615 million pound profit last season in the recorded accounts declared.
How much?
615 million pound profit.
Is that over the last 3 years?
No, this last season. Last year.
No, that can't be right, Jez. I don't think we made that much in income, let alone profit.
Go and have a look, mate. It's free. Company.
No. Listen, Jez, you know accounts better than I do. I just pay the accountant. That's not my accountant. That's a proper manager.
615 million, right? And that is undeclared, unannounced assets as of yet for the next financial year. 615 million pounds sitting there.
Fucking hell.
And they're going to use probably most of that money to renovate the bloody Emirates as well.
I'm not lying to you. I'm not lying to you. It's free. Go.
I was going to say, are you sure that's not revenue, Jez?
Profit.
Profit.
No, let me quantify that. Sorry.
I don't know how this works, Jez. So you explain.
Sitting right now in the Arsenal bank accounts, reserve and current, and the one I can't remember the name of, is 615 million pounds
between 3 accounts.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. And these men are scratching around.
Don't believe me. Do not believe me. Go and have a look yourselves.
No, I know when it comes to accounting and shit like that, you're spot on. Like normally, I'm not disbelieving you. I'm not saying you're lying or anything. That just seems mad high. Yeah, but if it is that, fucking why don't we just pay the fucking money, Jess?
There's always that, right? Well, there's one account.
Where did you see it? Is it on their website?
It's on Company House.
Company's House.
Oh, Company's House. Of course it will be. Fucking hell. Of course it will. Company's House, and you can check it for free.
It's nothing. Costs you nothing. Go and have a look.
So between 3 bank accounts, Arsenal got over 600 million out there.
615 million pounds. There's always 205 million pounds held.
Yeah, reserves. Yeah, reserve. Yeah.
As a reserve account. If the stadium was to burn down, of course it's insured, but they have to have, because it's such a large asset, it has to be a reserve account to back up whatever happens.
Yeah. That's the same for any big organisation, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Any big business, right? You have to have that. But sitting there, so take that out of the equation, reserve accounts, so take that out, 205 million, right? There's 410 million pounds.
The fuck? That is actually crazy. That is actually crazy. And we're sitting there going on like we're skin. And do you know what? It surprises me because the numbers are so high. But at the same time, like while you've been saying it, and like I'm thinking in my head, the amount of fucking merch we drop every year, the Adidas deal is a massive. I know we get money from Adidas, so we don't get all anything, probably a tiny percentage of each sale.
In your own time, go and have a look at the turnover last year of Arsenal's merchandise. This is not the merchandise of food, drinks, sales, tickets. Go and have a look at the merchandise. You'll be worldwide. You'll be amazed. You'll be
this is unbelievable.
Shocked at what that was. Before tax, in all around the world, right? All around the world, pre-sales and after tax deducted, blah 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 blah. Yeah, want to have a guess at it? Give me a guess. Give me a guess, Carl. Give me a guess.
What merchandise profit?
Just merchandise.
200.
You're not far off.
And that's not Adidas merch, like because obviously Adidas give us the money. So does that include Adidas paying us the money each year?
This is all sales.
This is okay.
Let's say 250 then.
Yeah, it's 235 million.
Oh, fucking mate. Man said this guy's clueless. Well, cool. Why don't you tell us where he's gone wrong then? Because people in the chat are actually backing it up. So obviously they've had a look as well. So if you think he's clueless, yeah, why don't you explain what he's done wrong then?
Go and have a look, mate. AD, go and have a look. It's free. Go on the government website. I do it all the time. It's easy.
Company's House.
Yeah.
Company's House. It's company'shouse.gov.uk. Go and have a look. It's free. Research it. If you've got a brain, you might be able to work it out. It ain't easy. It doesn't do it like at school, right? 2 + 2 = 4. You have to look into
No,
it.
it's way more complex than that.
Oh,
yeah, I tried to have a go at it, and I used too many brain cells. I was like, no, this is not.
The thing is,
not
mate,
good.
Because they're right, they took a loss of 17 million quid, apparently.
Well, that's chump change.
Yeah, but this is the way they do it. They're clever fuckers, mate. Yeah, it's called clever accounting.
I used to every year have to pop my company accounts in, right? And I used to have to sit down for 2 days with a bloody accountant. Used to bore me to fuck, but he would then upload all our accounts to company's house legally. We had to do that. We get big fines and the VAT man. And the last person you want knocking on your door is VAT.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
And we had it 1 year, and it was the scariest shit in the world because they were looking at doing us for 100,000 quid because we'd misaccounted our accounts. Apparently, it got overturned because the accountant said, "No, you've got it wrong." Anyway, end of that story. Go and have a look. It's easy. Go and look. You see the figures. If you can work it out, if you've got half a brain, you can work it out. It's all just
crazy.
There's also another part to this. There's a thing called discounted accounting, where some of the stuff you see now, you won't see till next year.
Facts. I big up Rants for the raid as well. Bless up, bro. Big ups to everyone who's joined from Rants' channel. Make sure you're subbing to Jezza and to Cole. I've sent Shane the link. He's going to jump on in a bit as well. I'm going live for the Club World Cup. Messi plays in about 1 hour and 40 minutes. So I'm going to stay on here until then and then go over there. But yeah, make sure you're subbing to Cole. Links in the title. In fact, both their links are in the live. I couldn't get Jez's or Shane's in the title. Obviously, Cole is in the title, but all their links are pinned. So make sure you check that out. And I will get the super chats in a minute, but I need to go for a piss. It's the biggest revenue. It was the biggest revenue year in history for Arsenal.
Yep.
Loss of 17k avoids tax and not a big loss and costing in the future. Facts. This is what I'm saying. I don't know the whole ins and outs here. I just pay my accountants to do my shit in both countries. Yeah, but at the same time, I know you know quite a lot about it, Jess. Yeah, I was just like, fuck, you know, it sounds like a lot. And then there's people in the chat saying, yeah, but money in the bank isn't profit. Okay, cool, whatever. Either way, Arsenal got fucking 600 million sat in a bank.
2, 3 accounts.
So why can't we spend any of it then?
Can
take out the 200 million. Yeah, it has to be reserved. We've got 400 million.
And let's put it right before anybody wants to jump in and say this. The Cronkies have never taken a penny out of that to any of their American sports, whatever.
The only time they ever took money out, they took 2 payments out when Wenger was here. Yeah, for advisory fees. I think it was about 6 million they took out in total. And that's it. They've never done it again.
The third one was, right, the Cronkies actually took that loan out during COVID, right?
Yeah, 100 mil.
To actually, which is right, it's interest-free from the government, quite correctly. Any businessman would do that. It's free, 0%. Well done. Fantastic. They paid it off. They paid it off, and also bought the bloody stadium out of their own money. That never came out of the Arsenal profit. That was bought by the Cronkies. They bought
240 million, I think it was, or 280 million.
Something like that.
And that comes back to the gimmick that everyone was waffling on about, that, we had to sell all our players every year with Wenger because we're paying the stadium off. No, the stadium still had over half of it to go, mate. Yeah, over half the payments were still there to be paid off, over 200 million. Yeah, and the Cronkies refinanced it to this. Well, I say refinanced it. They just paid it off. I'm sure when they sell the club, at some point, they're going to get that back anyway. Yeah, but that left us debt-free. Yeah, then they got the loan, which was 0% or 1% or 0.1, whatever the fuck it was.
It's 0%. It's government loan. Not government.
Yeah, of course it was. Didn't Spurs do it as well? No, that's mad. Well, I'm going for a piss quickly and I'll grab these super chats. Big up to everyone locked in. There's 1,800 in here. So make sure you are subbing to all of us. And have I hit 126k yet? I swear you lot are trying to long my life out. 38 subs from 126. Come, that needs to be done by the time I've had a slash.
Smash it up.
38 subs. Come on, guys, you can do it. Fine margins and all that. No, Jez, you're spot on with the company counts and this that, because I just get the funny. We've spent so much money on players, but there's more to everything that meets the eye. We know that money talks. And the merchandise when it comes out of that armory is on another level, on an absolute another level. It's nearly every single week during the season. There's always another new line of merch coming out, especially when it's after a loss or after a draw, because it takes away all the negative impact away from that game. And say, here's a new line of merch. Go and get it. Get a feel good factor to the fans. It's just cringe. It's just. Lee sends Shane the old link as well, for fuck's sake. Hang on, Shane, let me do it. Hang on, Shane, let me do this. Shane, I've sent it to you on IG, mate. See if that one works. It's cringe. It's absolutely cringy, Jez. Where do we? I honestly don't know where we go with this, because we know that the owners are not great. We know this manager. We definitely know this manager isn't great, and this club's not being ran the way it should be. It should be run properly. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I'm trying not to use Man City as a prime example, but I saw that press conference and what their owner said. That's someone who I am willing to run for a brick wall for, because everything he said was absolutely nailed on. He enjoyed all the trophies that they won, but now it's a new age. Now we start this year. Now we're going to go win what we want this time around now. That's an owner I'd happily have at my football club all day long, despite the fact that, they're run by a state, but let's be real. I would rather be run by a state, run by American owners right now who are just lining their pockets and only caring about their other franchise over the states, i.e. like the Rams, the Avalanche, the Nuggets.
Look, this is where I find it confusing, Carl. There is proven fact that they do not take money out of Arsenal to fund their American teams. It's you only got to go and look. They don't do that. The money, the problem we have here, Carl, right, is we have a very poor board of directors that are governed by, and let's put it right, it's not Stan Kroenke, right? I'm pretty certain he's handed the reins to Josh. Let's get it right. Stan Kroenke's about 82 now, right? One of the richest men in the world, multi-billionaire. He's pretty much said to Josh, "This is your baby. This is yours now. Your little toy." And that, to me, is what it is. To Josh Kroenke, it's a toy. We are a toy that he can play with as and when he wants to, when he's interested. Now, if it was you, Carl, right, and you own a club worth millions, hundreds of millions of pounds, wouldn't you be pretty much there every fucking week? Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know what's going down, wouldn't you?
Of course you would.
I mean, I would. If I've got a club that's worth whatever it's worth millions wise, I would be there every week, and I'd be at the training ground every week, once a week, maybe twice a week, having an interview with my manager and saying, "What the fuck's going on? Why the other night? When we played PSG the other night, we were shit. What's going on, mate?" That is what you do in business. You question You reward results and you question failure. Because I'll be saying, we just lost a semi-final. I want to know why. And I want to fucking know now. Tell me. Tell me. Because you've just cost us millions of pounds.
$750 million to be precise.
You want me to spend and buy more players? When you bought these players and they've failed, what are you doing? And that, come on, Cole, that is what proper clubs would do. They would question. I'd be questioning every single loss. Not big competition. I'll be questioning it if we were playing a friendly, right? A friendly. Let's say we're playing out in wherever. It just doesn't matter where we're playing. Let's say we're playing, right, and we lose. I'll be saying, Arteta, I want to see you 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. We need to talk. Put the shit up his ass and say, right, why did we lose? What happened? What went wrong? You're here to make things win. I expect to win. Carl, we don't have that in us anymore. We are a little fake club that will go along and achieve absolutely nothing because that's what the fan base accepts. Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll go next season. Oh no. Oh, well, the FA Cup don't mean nothing. Oh, the Carabao Cup don't mean nothing. Yeah, really? I remember when it was a major trophy, and clubs bigger than us. Unfortunately, I have to sadly say that. See them as major trophies. They go and win them because it's a trophy. No, not with the Arsenal fan base now. No. Oh, no, with this manager, man. No, not with this lot. It's all about, oh, yeah, Champions League. Oh, well, we got a semi-final. Oh, we got 89 points last season. Fuck off, man. I don't care about points. I don't care about coming second. I want to win. I don't care about getting to a semi-final and losing. I'll tell you what, in 10 years' time, right? If you're in a pub quiz, 10 years' time, and you say 2025, who did Arsenal play in the Champions League semi-final? Nobody will remember. But if you ask the next question, in the Champions League final, who won? People go, I know. I can. All of us here, all of us in the chat, right? In the 1979 FA Cup, we all know we won. We all know who we played. Can you remember? Anybody remember who we played in that semi-final? Anybody remember? 79.
No idea.
Well, us and United did, but I don't know who we fucking played against. Or they played against. I genuinely don't know.
No, me neither.
Genuinely don't have no idea who we played in the semi-final.
Wolverhampton.
And I probably should do, but I have no idea.
Is it?
Well, that surprises me. Oh. I genuinely have no idea, Jez. Do you know why? Because it's about winning the fucking trophy. Who cares about who we've beaten semi?
Exactly. Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? Doesn't matter, does it?
Nelson sounds like that guy fucking Money Penny.
Money Penny.
Nelson, I wasn't born, mate. Yeah, well, even so. Yeah. I wasn't born. Yeah, Jez was born, and Jez obviously knows. Yeah,
I was there. I remember it well.
But guess what? The point he's trying to make is nobody cares about the fucking semi-final.
Exactly.
It's about winning the final.
Exactly.
Yeah? Who did Crystal Palace play in the third round of the FA Cup this year? Who fucking cares? They won it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Genuinely, nobody will know. Nobody will know. Yeah, in fucking 10 years' time, who they played in the 3rd round, 4th round, 5th round, quarterfinal, semi-final. Nobody will know.
No.
All they'll know is Crystal Palace 2025 FA Cup winners. Yeah, first ever trophy. And that comes back before I bring Shane now. I want to get the super chats very quickly as well. But that comes back to this journalist thing. Yeah, the season's ended. Oh, let's just brush that under the carpet. Now we're talking fuck ton of shitload of bullshit about transfers. Forget about what happened. No accountability. Then we'll go and sign a load of fucking players. And then they'll be, oh, we're excited. Here's a new merch, new shirts, new away kit will be out soon, guys. The new 3rd kit. Oh, yeah. Then there'll be still more talk when the season starts, because the window will still be open. Yeah, so that'll fucking put away a shit show if we have one in the first couple of games. Oh, don't worry, though. We're going to sign a player on deadline day. Oh, the window slams shut. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, no. But now the Champions League kicks in. Round and around. It's all a diversion tactic. Then the window opens in Jan. You get all the build-up in fucking November. Yeah, all the stories that come out after the first window shuts, the one we're on now, that'll keep you mind off of what's going on the pitch. Oh, Arsenal went in for this player, but he changed his mind at the last minute. Yeah. Oh, Arsenal were very close to signing this player in August or July, but they're hoping to go back in the summer next year or January. Keeps your mind ticking away from what you're actually fucking watching. David Ornstein said that about Caicedo. They said, oh, Arsenal kept good relations with Caicedo. Why don't we go and fucking bid ever again for him then? Yeah, load of bollocks. Anyway, before I bring Shane in, let me grab these super chats. They've been stacking up. Big up Riku. There have been many vids about City transfers. They're all grifters. It's fashionable now. We're all begging for changes, though. I'm tired of it. Yeah, bro, this is the thing here. I don't really watch YouTube like some of you guys in the chat do. Because obviously I do this for a job. Yeah, so it's like when I'm working. And by the time I finish today, I would have done nearly 9 hours.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know. I've got a watch along after this. But nearly 9 hours. So for me to then go and put YouTube on, it's like I'm still at work.
Yeah.
Days where I'm a bit more relaxed and it's in the daytime, I'll put a little stream on, pop in and say hello, and that's about it. Yeah, but I don't really watch a lot of content. Like, and even sitting on my sofa, all my setups here, it's like I'm still at fucking work even when I'm not working. Yeah, which is why I want to move out of this gap by the end of the year. But that's another story. But yeah, big up Riku, man. Bless up, brother. And good luck with City in the Club World Cup. At least your club know what they're doing. It's almost like they have a plan. Big up Gianni. Ridiculous. Napoli were bankrupt 21 years ago. Sent to the 4th tier. Come back up and have passed Arsenal in major trophies and are now worth 910 million. Scouting is key and smart spending, not wasting money. Big up to Napoli.
Yeah.
They've won 2 titles in the last 3 years. Meanwhile, we're on a 21-year wait. Going well, isn't it? Going extremely well, guys. Big up to you, brother. Big up to Dark Nebula. There's only one reliable source in world football, and that's when a player is holding up the shirt, Lee. That's a great comment. It is. Yeah, it is. That's absolutely spot on. Big up to you, brother. Good comment, man. Big up, G. Verts is here. 21 loading. Big up to Kaz Azad. And they've got him for the same price as we signed Declan Rice for, and he's on less than Declan Rice in wages. Almost like Liverpool know what they're doing. Big up to you, bro. Big up to DLV. 616 million revenue, 17 net, 17 million loss. Just checked. Did you check Company's House?
No, you check Google.
Yeah, Google says 16. Yeah, that's what it says on Google. Big up to you, though, bro. United fan, both owners have systematically ruined our clubs. 100%. 2 of the best clubs in England been absolutely fucked, mate.
Yep.
The Glazers only care about the Buccaneers, let's be real.
And the mad thing is, yeah, as much as I take the piss out of Man United, because for me, they are the rival. Yeah, and I fucking don't like Man United. Yeah, it's actually sad to see that club, what it is now. Yeah. Stadium falling apart. Yeah, fans clapping off their fucking players at 7-0 down against Liverpool. I mean, that right there, fucking hell, mate. You should be sacked on the spot for losing to them 7-0. You should be sacked for losing 5-0 to them. And they did a 5 and a 7. Yeah, but Shane, big up to you, bro. Bless up for coming on, mate. Appreciate it. StreamYard's having a stinker because I sent Shane the link off of here where it says invite, like I did to Jezza, and it sent him to the watch along. Mad. Mate, you're here now, mate. Only took you two attempts. So StreamYard is getting better. It is getting better. But how are you, mate? You good?
Yeah, all good. Yeah, just back from a stag, actually. They were all getting messy. I don't drink, so as soon as it started getting really messy, I was out of there. But I just smashed them in poker and made me money back from that I paid for the stag.
Nice.
So I'm happy enough. They were all trashed at the end, and I was sober, so I just
cleaned up.
Kept folding unless I had something good, and they just got bored then and started going all in with nothing. So it was easy enough, easy money. But no, it was all good, man. We went go-karting and stuff like that. I'm just back in the door half an hour, had the shower, tuned in here, and said send the link, man. Have a bit of a chat with three legends and a legendary chat.
Yeah, come on, big up, man. What do you make of this Gyökeres stuff? 1,800 in there, by the way. I bet. Make sure I've hit 126k. You lot are taking the piss, man. I literally gained 1 sub since I've been to the bathroom and back. You lot, well, either you're all subbed, yeah, or you're all spies. Yeah, you're all on fraud watch. Yeah, 36 subs to 126k. Make sure Jez's subs go up, Cole's and Shane's, and make sure you sub into all 3 of their channels. They're pinned. And yeah, go on, Shane. What do you make of this Gyökeres stuff?
I don't have a clue. The only thing, look, if we get him, he's much better than Sesko. We all know that. There's also the plus that it won't be an Arteta signing, so it'll put pressure on him. And then there's also the plus that when his numbers go down, and they will go down, that it'll be plain to see that it's this man's system and not the players. Because if he gets Sesko, you can say he's young, you can use all his excuses. If he gets Gyökeres, and I mean if there's a drastic drop in his numbers, obviously the other side will say, oh, it was the Portuguese league, we knew it, Berta should have got him Sesko, blah, 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 blah. But hopefully then the pundits will look at it and go, I mean, there's something up here if Gyökeres isn't scoring relentlessly. But he won't score relentlessly in this system. And I'm with Jez, I can't get hyped about anything at the moment. Once this man's in charge, nothing good's coming. Nothing good is coming. And I say it every stream, and I don't care if it gets clipped up or whatever. If he's in charge at the end of next season, we will be outside the top 5, no matter who we sign. I don't care. And I said this before all the other teams started leaving us behind with signings. Chelsea are leaving us behind with signings. Liverpool are absolutely leaving us behind with signings. City as well. Even Pep, you can already see that he's signing overlapping fullbacks now. He's done with the whole inverted bollocks. And he's getting rid of, looks like he's getting rid of out-and-out wingers as well. I think he's going to play the 3, almost like 3-10s with the overlapping fullbacks. Even he knows that football's past it. We're going to get Zubimendi so we can slow it down even more. I didn't even think that was possible to slow down the way we play even more. So he's going to slow it down even more. And then he's going to have Sesko to hit it long when that doesn't work. Because when he plays it long to Havertz will jump for the header, but 99 times out of 100, he'll grab his face and not even go for the header, flop to the ground, collapse like an accordion. So he's brilliant on Sesko. So we'll have the 2 tactics. We'll have play it short, slow it down even more. And then when that gets figured out 10 minutes into the first game of the season, just start punting it up to Sesko. So we're absolutely cooked next season because the man doesn't have a plan B anyway. We know that. So what's he doing? He's just going for his original plan, but with players that are more suited to it. So I don't even know where he's going to squeeze these lads in. He'll have to find. Do not be surprised, by the way, either if Partey does stay, that he starts the first game at right back because Timber won't be fit and Ben White won't be fit. And the only reason Arteta will want to keep Partey now is, oh God, I might need him for right back. So, I mean, it's going to be a shambles next season. I think we're going to be weaker than we were this season. And if City, Newcastle, all of them, Chelsea hadn't fallen off this season, we would have finished outside the top 5. Guaranteed. It's just that everybody fell off. So it looks a lot nicer than it is. Everybody fell away. We were just the best of a really shit lot. And if this season had gone on for, say, another 5 games, we would have dropped well down the table. And that's just, next season will just be a continuation of that. City will leave us behind. They're going to come out of the blocks next season, and Pep will be. I thought he looked defeated in the FA Cup final. I thought he might even leave. He just looked like he wasn't interested. But with him being such a winner, this will be hitting him now. It'll have sunk in now that he didn't win a trophy, and he'll come out of the blocks next season. And it'd be interesting to see. I'll finish this. It'd be interesting to see the transfer or the fixture list when it comes out, because if we lose early to one of the so-called big 6, they have nothing left now. Absolutely nothing left to defend this man with because they're running out of things. So if we lose that, that's all he has is this top 6 nonsense. And let's get it right. 2 of the top 6 finish in 15th and 17th. And the thing that really annoys me about this so-called top 6 record, if we're so unbeaten in it, it just means that we're losing to all the shit teams. You know what I mean? So when it's the same with the injuries and the red cards and everything they use to defend this man, they're all inadvertently things that take him down. The injuries are his fault. The red cards are his fault because of the dark arts. And if you keep kicking the ball away and wasting time, you're going to end up getting booked. Every single red card we got this season was deserved, except for the Miles Lewis Skelly one, which we won the game and it got rescinded. The rest of them, kicking the ball away, you break the rules, you get punished. And then they moan about it. So when they're defending him with that, it was his fault. Injuries, his fault. And we're unbeaten with the top six. Okay, so we've lost to Bournemouth twice. You know what I mean? We've lost to Fulham. Every season we lose to Fulham. Villa always do us. You go down the list. It's everything they use to defend them. They don't even realise that they're bringing them down with it. There's nothing left. But wait till you see the start of the next season, man. If we get tough games first, the pressure will really be on him. He was even starting to lose at the end of this season, and he will start to lose the plot if he starts getting pressed. Because he hasn't got pressed enough yet, in my eyes. Ten Hag used to get pelters, man. Amarin gets pelters. This lad just gets asked in that last press conference of the season, do you think you get enough credit for what you've done for this club? Really? That's the question you're going to ask him. You're going to hand feed him ways to big himself up. Insanity. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm telling you, man, he's going to get found out very, very early next season. Very early next season.
I agree. And to answer this question, so if he wins the League Cup next season, you want him to stay?
No, last season.
No, I do. I said at the start of the season, it's just ended. Yeah. If he wins the League Cup, keep him. Yeah, I just want a fucking trophy.
Yeah,
this season going.
But we follow the process. So we follow the process now, and it was into our 6th year. And you think one League Cup over 6 years is sufficient enough to keep him in a job? I don't think so, mate. I'll be very honest with you. Listen, don't get me wrong. I love the FA Cup. I love the League Cup. If he was in the first couple of years, cool. Win a League Cup, you get to stay on. No issue whatsoever. Mm-hmm. But it's now into his 6th year now. You're no longer on your rookie contract anymore. You're no longer a novice. You still act like a novice, but you're not really a novice as a manager now. This is your 6th year as a full-blown manager now. You've now got to go on and win a league now. You've brought this club as far as you can. Now you have to get us over the line now. Yeah. I will not be renewing this contract in 2 years' time. I will not be. You win us the league or win us the Champions League this season, or you're gone at the end of the season.
Do you know what the funny thing is? Is that everyone here?
I hope not, Jez. But that's where I can see this. But I can see this board actually keeping him on all the way to the end of the season, unless we completely capitulate so badly in the first part of the season.
Yeah. Do you know what's funny is that? Oh, sorry, Jez. Go on.
Do you think? Let's just say we have a bang average transfer window, and this is something I said when I do my stream earlier. We've got to get players out that are no levels to be here anymore, and that is going to be an interesting debate because they've had their time. Tomiyasu, no good. Mm-hmm. Jesus had his time, gone. Yeah, Zinchenko, time's up, go. We've lost our best left back, I think we had for a long time. Tierney, gone back to Celtic, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. So we've got players to replace here. And that's not even looking at new recruitment, right? We've got players that need to go big time before we even look at the likes of GYOKERES and all this lot and all that lot. So my question is, when it comes that we're sitting in 7th at Christmas, feasible, do you think he should go then? Do you think he should be sacked then?
He shouldn't have got the job in the first place, Jez.
Yeah,
so
no, he should have been.
Lee, it'll be 6 years
to the day. Yeah, I agree.
Like, let's go. Come on.
But on the flip side of that, Jez, sorry to cut in here. Let me flip that back at you. Yeah? If he's top of the league by fucking 8 points at Christmas, do you actually think he could get over the line?
No, because we've seen the same song and dance before.
Sorry, Lee, I'm sorry. Right, we've been here and seen it and done it with this guy. We've been there, and it comes to February, and we slip down the ladder, and we did it. Come on, We did it with bloody Wenger. We were top at Christmas, right? How many times were we top at Christmas, guys? Looking good, all positive. And all of a sudden we go down the slippery snake like we're playing snakes and ladders. Right? No. This guy has to go. Because at the end of the day, he ain't going to win us F4. And to answer your question, Lee, winning a carrier bag cup is not good enough. He's been here with spending. At the end of this window, right, it will probably be close to $1 billion.
$1 billion, yeah.
$1 billion. And he hasn't won jack shit since an FA Cup. So if that doesn't work, that don't work for me. So if it comes to the fact that all we're going to entertain is a carrier bag cup, no, sorry, mate, fuck off.
Before I bring Shane in, I want to read this out. Big up for the comments as well, yeah, because he's actually asking some good questions as well, and he's not being a prat about it. Arteta's bold army, that's funny. So when other fans say it, they are putting turning their noses up it, but you agree with it means nothing.
No.
I wanted at the start of the season a trophy. I didn't care what trophy it was. Yeah, I put all trophies the same. They're trophies. That's the sole aim of the game. Others don't. No, yeah, but this is the point. After 6 years, which it'll be at Christmas, one FA Cup is not acceptable for Arsenal Football Club. So when Tottenham go and win the Europa League, and by the way, they could potentially win the Super Cup, they would have equaled our entire European pedigree in fucking two tournaments. Well, one that they've got to by winning the other one. Right? We're sitting there pouncing around with an FA Cup in comparison, even though I put all trophies the same as you guys that watch every single day know that, yeah? Right? But it's the length of time the manager's been here. I always say a manager gets 2 years to win a trophy. If you don't, I don't care what club it is. Yeah, there's no excuse for Brighton not to be able to go and win a trophy. They've got the second best PSR in the league, 292 million. Yeah, and they can pay way more than most of the fucking leagues around the world. Yeah, when Southampton got relegated, not this season, or probably this season as well, but 2 seasons ago, they earned more than Barcelona, and they won the league under Xavi. So they can overpay on wages compared to the La Liga, Bundesliga, Italian league, so on and so forth. Yeah, the money in this league's higher for each team. I get that. Yeah, so it's a levelish playing field. But at the same time, the way these down the table teams throw away cups is a fucking shambles. Yeah, fair play to Palace. They actually went and won a cup this year. But I always say a manager gets 2 years. You go into a club, you win a trophy. Yeah, if you don't, you're sacked. Then if you go 2 years without winning a trophy, you should be sacked. Right? So say Pep, for example. If Pep don't win a trophy this season, that's 2 years. He should be sacked. Why? Because the standards have been set. They're up here. What happens is these clubs couldn't give a shit about the standards. Yeah, Man City do actually, to be fair. Right? But most clubs don't give a fuck. Right? Because they're more interested in the money that comes with it and finessing the fans. They couldn't care less about us. Look at the way they fuck around with the tickets. Yeah, and the ballots and charging more for this and more for that and merch every couple of weeks. They don't give 2 flying fucks about us. Yeah, so at the same time, yeah, I'll stick to what I'm saying. If Pep don't win a trophy this season, he should be sacked. Because otherwise, how long do you go? Oh, look at what he's done for the club. We did this with Wenger. Now look at where we are. Yeah, Unai Emery never got 2 years. He got 18 months and they sacked him. Yeah, so why is this manager immune to being sacked? How's he allowed to go 6 years with 1 FA Cup? And that was in his first 6 months, which comes back to it don't take time. Yeah, it don't take time because he done it in 6 months. Fair enough. Off of the back of that, based off my logic, he gets 2 years then. Well, here we are. Here we are, guys. Another 2-3 years later on top of that, and he still ain't won nothing. He should have been sacked last year. Should have been sacked the year before. He shouldn't have got the fucking job. Yeah, he's the assistant manager of Man City, the assistant manager, the one that looks like Kevin Keegan. Well, I don't think he's even the assistant anymore. I think he's retired. Yeah, he was the manager of Mirandes, who are in the playoff final in League Two tomorrow in Spain. La Liga DOS. If they get promoted, it's over 2 legs. If they get promoted, first time ever they've been in that La Liga ever. I've got literally half of their attendance right in this chat right now. Yeah, but the reason I brought up the Man City assistant, he was 23 when he won them a trophy. 23. He was their manager and won them a fucking trophy. 4th division. There he won the trophy. He's 23 years old. Then he's gone all around the world, done all his coaching, been a manager here, there, and everywhere, been assistant manager for Chile and all of this and that. Then he was Pep's assistant. He's managed in loads of countries. Our manager managed and he also managed 2 games for Man City when Pep was ill, had his back surgery. Yeah, and he won them both. Mikel Arteta managed 1 game for Man City when Pep had COVID or whatever, or his mum had passed. Yeah, and he lost. First time they'd lost at home in 6 years in a group stage game in the Champions League. This guy got the job of doing absolutely fuck all and was one of 3 coaches for Pep. One of 3 assistants. Yeah, that other guy, fair enough, they ain't won nothing this year. But that other guy's done 2 stints at Man City. Is actually actively. I did this on the stream the other night. We've seen so many different managers and their journey to getting to where they've got to. Conte, yeah, Pep had Barca B, Zidane, the Castilla, yeah, all these other managers, Allegri, all of them. Yeah, this manager got a job off of managing 1 fucking game of football and he lost. And he got the keys to the 3rd biggest club in England. Yeah. 6 years later, we're sitting there debating whether we should take a League Cup or not.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing. Sitting here. Yeah, Slot's another one. Slot's been managing. Slot got the job. His first ever top tier management job. Yeah. Was 2 years after Arteta. Yeah, and he's won trophies at 2 different clubs. So what's the difference? He actually went away and did it in lower divisions. Same with Airport Albert. Airport Albert's actually managed football teams. Under 17s, under 21s, under 19s. He's managed Ghent. Yeah, he's managed other teams. He's been the assistant for Louis van Gaal. He's more qualified to be our manager than fucking this manager we've got.
Do you remember, Lee, when Arteta had COVID? Do you remember?
We played Man City.
We played Man City, right? And Airport Albert, right? Actually, I think it was an FA Cup game.
No, it's league. We lost in stoppage time, Rodri.
Yeah, down to 10 men.
We played him off the back. We played him off the
off the park. Gabriel got sent off, didn't he?
Yeah, Gabriel got a red card.
Second yellow.
Cesc is another one.
Yeah,
Rodri scored right at the death. Rob Holding fucked up, and Rodri scored right in stoppage time.
No, you're all right.
We should have beaten them with 10 men.
We battered them,
Yeah. Cesk's another one. Cesc at FC Como. Yeah, I know he's got a share in the club. But this Egyptian dolly on TV, oh my days. Anyway, I was distracted, guys. The Club World Cup's about to start. It's just over an hour. So we've got an hour left, guys. Anyone needs to leave out of you three, let me know. Yeah, I appreciate your time as always. But it's the same with Cesc. Look at the journey he's going to do. Yeah, and this manager and this fan base and this football club ownership and hierarchy together have stopped somebody like Cesc, who I actually think is going to be a very good coach, ever becoming a manager at this football club. Yeah, because this manager, the ownership will look and think, maybe we shouldn't take a punt on another manager that's played for the club. Yeah, which may or may not be a good thing. Yeah, but you watch Cesc. Cesc will end up being Barca manager at some point. And for my guy in the chat who says why, number one, I don't want any ex-player to ever be the manager of this football club. Look at the bullshit we've had out of this geezer, right? Who was a bang average footballer, and he's had nearly 6 years at our football club. Now imagine what a good player would do. Somebody like
all that money,
with all that. His talent ID is fucking insane, mate. Yeah, some of the players he's signing are crazy. Yeah, he was a fucking bang average player. Arteta. Cesc was a baller, one of the best players we've had. Yeah, in my lifetime,
Don't
anyway.
tell that to Kenny, Lee. Don't tell that to Kenny.
Kenny might actually end up having a season ticket taken off him.
Don't know.
No, but it's true though. Yeah, there's going to be an awful lot of people that will go, no, don't ever want another ex-player being the manager of this club. And that is shafted Cesc out of potentially being the manager of the club anyway. Not that I think he'd ever get offered the job because of the way he left. Right? A lot of fans won't accept him anyway. Yeah, which is fair. Cool. But if you look the way his team play football, right? And if you look at the players that he signs and the way he builds his team, he's going to be a fucking good coach, mate. Yeah, and I don't watch FC Como every week. Yeah, but at the same time, when I do watch them and I do the roundup with Matty or others, or I'm just sitting watching the highlights of the games, the way they zip the ball about is how he was as a player. Yeah, it's like the way this manager plays, it's just boring, mate. It's how he was as a player. Boring.
He's also cut his teeth with a team who hasn't been in Serie A for a very, very long time.
He got them promoted.
He got them promoted on the first go around.
First attempt.
Finished mid.
He done his job. Yeah.
Improved every player on the team the way Eddie Howe does, the way good managers do. Eddie Howe has taken what would be considered, I thought, taking a shot with Claire Balding, aka fucking Anthony Gordon. But I thought that was a risk because it was 50-something million. I thought he's only played about 10 games for Everton. But he took
I did. I thought it was too much.
I thought it was too much. And then he started slowly, and now he's a baller. You know what I mean? And then you look at with Thingamajig out the right as well. What's his fucking name? Jacob Murphy. He looks like a championship winger. He looks like a right player now with them. Isak looked like a bit of a risk, turned him into a player. Every player in the midfield was a flat striker that Cabbage Head Bruce signed. He signed him as a striker, and he was an absolute shambles, and he moved him in. But like something you touched on earlier about
Bruno,
Guardiola will win anything next. Bruno, all improved. But you said about Pep should get fired at the end of next season if he doesn't win anything. I think if he doesn't win anything, he will be fired at the end of next season because you heard their owner saying win. He won't take that. And people, you know what's funny as well, I don't want to say, is that when you mentioned that at the start of last season, the season just gone, you said if he wins the League Cup, give him another year. I said that as well. Carl said that. Aaron said that, right? And we're meant to be the negative fans. But it was all the Igal the dinosaur and Christian Sutcliffe that were saying, no, it has to be a major. That's what they were saying. They were setting the bar a lot higher than we were. We were saying we just want to see him win. And then winning breeds winning. We've mentioned it before. All the top managers, Mourinho, Pep that came in, the first thing they won was the League Cup. Then they got a taste for it, and their players got a taste for it, and then they moved on. We did it before here that FA Cup final squad, every player that's left, literally down the bar, apart from Lacazette, has won something since they've left.
Lacazette and Holding, everyone else has won.
Yeah, everyone else has won, right? So that means, by that rationale, that everyone he's signed since then hasn't won anything. Every single player. And what is it? 7 of them are Chelsea, 7 to 8, I think, if we get Kepa, are City or Chelsea rejects. None of them have ever worked out. So this man doesn't learn from his mistakes. He signs them. They don't work out. The most successful of all the Chelsea rejects we've gotten was still a shambles. And Emery signed him, which was David Luiz. Compared to the rest of he's the only one that did anything. He won an FA Cup. The rest of them have been an absolute shambles.
He's won trophies since he's left. He's won the Copper Libertadores and the league.
He won a trophy with it. Havertz 65 million. Come on, man. You know what I mean? Eddie wanted Kudus for 30 million. The same with he wanted Maddison and we got Odegaard. I'm not saying Maddison's a good player, but he's better than Odegaard. You know, but everything that he's overruled people on has blown up in his face, and it happens over and over again. So people are saying, "Oh, we're going to sign, say, 3 players this season." We can count on one hand of his 32, 33 signings, whatever it's been. You can count on one hand the ones that have worked out. So 1 in 6 about works out. So if he's making 3 signings, the odds are that we'd be lucky if one of them works out. So the odds that all 3 of them working out are it's impossible. It won't happen because his talent ID is terrible. And then when he does get them, they'll either be played out of position, their hamstring will snap off the bone halfway through the season, or they'll get pissed off at him, or else they'll just get frozen out. Because what Jezza said about Tierney being our best left back, by a country mile, I think he's the best left back we've had since Ashley Cole. I think Tierney's the best left back we've had since Ashley Cole. The rest of them have been a shambles. All Torre and all these goons that came in, André Santos.
Monreal was good. Monreal was decent.
Yeah,
Monreal was a good player. He was a good player, but Tierney's a better left back than him. Tierney's a more natural left back than Monreal. Monreal was a very good player, but I think Tierney's better. And Monreal did a good job. I quite like Monreal, actually, to be fair. And he got played at left side of centre back and stuff like that sometimes. But the thing is that Clichy was very good as well. But that was, he came in to replace Ashley Cole. I'd even put Tierney ahead of Clichy as well. But the way he was just frozen out, Oh, he doesn't invert. Yeah, well, Ben White doesn't invert. The only difference with Ben White is that he signed him. So he's okay to play out the right and not invert. But Timber plays out the right, he inverts. So it's the double standards that have always got it done it for me. When they were the club for grabbing someone by the neck, 3 weeks later, Xhaka did it. Didn't get kicked out of the club. Got made captain, in fact. So it's the double standards with this guy. It's the stubbornness and it's the insistence on things that don't work and never ever learning from his mistakes that leads me to believe that, you know, he's not the man for the job. And to the point where, yes, at the start of the season I was saying the League Cup, but when I saw how drastically we fell this year, and all the injuries, and I could see that there was no way he could ever recover the situation. By the end of the season, I was saying even if he wins the Champions League, I want him gone. You know what I mean? I just think he needs to go. But I mean that's just where I am with it now. I'm like Jez, where I've just had enough of it at this point. Really, it's hard to get any sort of motivation for this club with him in charge. The day he goes, man, I'm telling you, 24-hour stream, man. We have to do a 24-hour stream the day he goes.
You up for that, Jezza? Actually, the record for, well, maybe it's not a record, I don't know, but PSGINT, Mohammed, who jumped on this channel, I did streams on his channel for the semi-final. He did 25 hours. 25-hour streaming. He had to do it over 4 streams because you can only upload, like, or only process and have the facilities to put like 11 hours, 55 minutes or something. But he did 25 hours when they won that Champions League.
Fair play.
Or was that on the, was that when they won it? Or I think that was when they won it. Yeah, I think it was when they won it. 25-hour stream. Bruv.
I think the problem is here, guys, that I'm going to divert this, right, if you don't mind, because there is so much bullshit that we see all the time, every day, and I'm so glad that I'm not watching this every day now. I'm having a great time, and it's all good, and it's lovely, and I'm not missing the bullshit from the gentleman in your chat, Nelson, because you're going to put comments.
Oh, he's a wind-up. He's a wind-up.
He's a wind-up merchant, Jez.
Get your facts right, mate. Get your facts right, because you're talking bollocks. But at the end of the day, I think it's come to the point with this club where we are in such a mess with such a fan base, with so many YouTubers that talk absolute bollocks, that we're a mess. There's certain YouTubers, there's a collective of probably, I would count 10, if I was to name them all, that actually talk the real talk. The rest of them are wankers. The outside clan talk bollocks, and they're not worth listening to. Because what do people get out of this? And the fact is, Lee, right? You've got 126,000 subscribers on this channel, right? So you've done it right. You've done it proper. Yeah? You've got YouTubers, Carl, Shane, Aaron, DJB, the real one legend, putting it out there. Now, it's something, you know, I'm just going to shout this out. Since I changed my channel name this week, I've gone up 162 subscribers in a week.
Nice.
Now, I don't get that. Maybe it's because I changed the name. I don't fucking know. I really don't know. But maybe Lee, the worm is turning. Maybe it's starting to go like that. People are getting fucked off listening to the likes of Terry Flewers, who talks bollocks, talking and listening to AFTV, wankers, every one of them, right? I don't know. I could be wrong. But these new tubers that we've got coming in are putting it out there. So I think it is turning, Lee.
Mm.
No, I agree. Listen, every time I open up Twitter, Jez, yeah, more and more people are fucking saying what we've been saying for 5.5 years.
Mm.
Yeah, they've had enough. Yeah, and there's people that are flip and flop and sit on the fence, get splinters and all that crap. Yeah, but ultimately, yeah, you can't keep lying. You can't keep lying. Eventually, you run out of excuses, mate, and you get caught out. Yeah, and it's not about being in or out or right or wrong. It's about this football club doing what it's supposed to do. Yeah, I'd love nothing more than to have won that Champions League. I even said it on the streams. There are people don't clip that and put that out there. I said my want to win the Champions League is bigger than my fucking hatred for this manager or my want to get the manager out. Yeah, because I want to win a Champions League. I couldn't care less who the manager is. Win it. Yeah, that's how it should be. Yeah, the manager is a paid employee. That's it. Yeah, in 20 years' time, he ain't going to be the manager, hopefully. Yeah, one of the geezers on the fucking behind Shane right now. Well, both of them ain't there. Both of them ain't at this football club.
Mm.
Yeah, unless David O'Leary's still a fucking ambassador, and I'm not even sure he is. I ain't seen him for ages. Yeah, but at the same time, every single player that I grew up on is not at this football club anymore. The manager ain't here anymore. Yeah, so why'd you get emotionally attached to these players all the time? They're paid employees. Half of them couldn't give a shit. They're all getting paid way too much money to kick a football around. Yeah. And most of them in this era are dog shit.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what league you're in. Yeah, compared back to when we were growing up. Yeah, we were seeing proper ballers week in, week out. Didn't matter what league it was. Yeah, we were lucky enough back in England, Jez and Cole. I don't know about you, Shane, in Ireland. Yeah, before we even got Premier League, well, not even Premier League, before we even got Division 1, yeah, we were being able to watch Italian football and Spanish football.
Gazzetta, yeah. Gazzetta. Brilliant, man. Every Sunday, man. Every Sunday.
We used to watch that every week. So we were watching more Italian football than English football, than Spanish football. We had Spanish football on all the time. Yeah, so it's like when people go, oh, yeah, yo, fucking you support Madrid. Mate, I was watching Madrid before Arsenal because I couldn't watch Arsenal every week unless I went. Right, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, ITV with the Spanish football. Yeah, well, it was called Granada back then, I think. Granada TV, wasn't it?
Yeah. London TV, man. Used to do that.
Yeah. Channel 4 used to show the Italian football.
Yeah. They had, it weren't Granada. Is it LWT?
Yeah,
who was it had the stake in us, Man United and Liverpool? It was one of them, wasn't it? It was the ITV, but it weren't called ITV. Right?
It's Granada,
yeah, I think it might have been Granada. They had 9.9% of our clubs.
That does sound, that name rings a bell.
I can't remember now.
Because Granada got, just before the Premier League became the Premier League when David Dean was.
Or was it Carlton?
Granada had got the rights to the football. But it was only for the top 6. So that would make sense that they had shares.
Everyone's saying ITM
came in and outbid them. ITV, maybe.
It was Granada Media. It was Granada. I'm sure it was Granada Media.
Yeah, was it Carlton?
Colton, that was the name of the channel at one point. It's changed names so many times, but yeah, do you remember as well? Yeah, at night time, like real late at night, you'd be able to get the French fucking football. Yeah, they used to have it on some random channel or something. You get all the French football. Yeah, so Granada. Yeah, I'm sure it was Granada that had stake in Arsenal, Liverpool, Man U. Yeah, and then they got rid of the stake. It was 9.9% in all the clubs, our 3 clubs. Yeah, but yeah, we used to get the Italian football, Spanish football, and if you stayed up late at night, you'd be able to watch the French football. And it was like, now we're sitting there getting flooded with football.
Highlights. Eurosport used to have all the goals from all the leagues. All the leagues they used to have. Portuguese
no. Eurosport was a lot later. Lot later. Eurosport.
Oh, but you have Eurosport in the mid '90s. They would have, they had all the Portuguese league. They'd show all the goals from the. They'd show the goals from the Portuguese league.
The 80s.
They'd have a whole package.
Jeez, I've gone back
no, the 90s. I remember they had a couple of the World Cup '94 games as well when it was in the States, and before and after the ad break, they had these interviews with famous American people getting it wrong. One was with Charlie Sheen. They're like, so who do you think's going to, USA are holding the World Cup? Oh, yeah. He's trying to act like he knows what he's talking about. Who do you think's going to win the World Cup? And he goes, my money's on Liverpool.
What was
it was brilliant.
before I fuck off, because I'm going to piss off in a minute. What was your favourite programme, right, of watching football on a Saturday or a Sunday in the 70s, 80s?
Well,
I'm out of this one.
Saint and Greasy was goated. Saint and Greasy was unbelievable, mate.
Saint and Greasy was amazing.
Well, Saint and Greasy. What was that program called, man?
It was just called Saint and Greasy, wasn't
it? Yeah, it was Saint and Greasy. Was that what it was called?
Saint and Greasy.
Saint and Greasy. That was fucking class.
But then they lost it when the Premier League went to Sky. Then they were only able to show the Championship. And they used to always pick up Ricky Otto, who played for Birmingham, because he was the only skillful player. And Ricky Otto said to yourself, Ricky Otto.
I've got a question here. Anyway, somebody's asked me a question. I can't see it, man.
The big match. Is that what it was?
Yeah, the big match as well. Yeah, the big match. Go on, Jezza.
Sunday, the big. There you go, Brian Moore. Sunday match. The big
Brian
match.
Moore, ledge.
Oh.
Yeah, the big match was good.
I love that.
Of course, match of the day.
Please, somebody's asked me a question. I can't see the question, man. Kenny Walters, Jez, don't duck the smoke. Answer my question.
Let's see the question.
Don't know.
We go back.
Any question, man. I'll ask.
Okay, there's about 1,800 people in it, guys, so it could take a minute to find it.
Yes, what's your favorite anime? It's that Japanese cartoons, man. It's just ignore him. Just
anime. Is that what we mean?
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, he watches cartoons. That tells us all we need to know, guys. He watches cartoons. But no, back then football was different, man. Yeah, football was totally different. Like, and this is the thing, yeah. Like, people sit like, you can't help when you're born, of course, yeah, right. But people are looking at this level, this football now, and thinking this is amazing. It's like, bro, fuck off. Are you mad? Like, real talk. These people actually think Noni Madueke's a good footballer. Like, or I don't know, fucking Martinelli or someone. It's like, bro, they're shit. They're absolutely awful on what we grew up on. Yeah, and they're getting paid a fuck ton more money than the players we grew up watching. That's why when I see these players that are just fucking like Roy Keane. Roy Keane was a fantastic footballer. Yeah, and he was a fucking proper captain as well. Never see play. You ain't never going to see players like that ever again. You ain't going to see players like that ever again. There's somebody that call you out. They call you out. I was watching the overlap the other day, and they was chatting. Yeah, and it was like rapid fire questions, fan questions that they put in, and Gary Neville was reading them out. Then he said, "I remember having a go at Ruud van Nistelrooy. Yeah, tell him, fucking, you gonna fucking move? Or are you gonna like? You're just gonna stand like a statue?" Yeah, he goes, he fucking had a tear up on that. Yeah, he goes, we had a tear up on that. He goes, after that, it was done. Roy Keane's sitting there going, yeah, after that, it was done. That was on the pitch. Yeah, then they went in the dressing room, and he goes, I kept crossing the ball, and there was no one there. Yeah, kept crossing the ball, no one there. So he goes, bro, you're gonna fucking make some moves or what? Yeah, Ruud van Nistelrooy didn't like it and had a fucking bust up. That should be. Yeah, you're not friends. You're teammates. That's it. Yeah. You're teammates for the game. You're not friends. All this, we're a family. All of this bullshit. Yeah, Andy Cole and Dwight York fucking hated each other. Or was it Sheringham and Andy Cole?
Oh, Sheringham and Andy Cole.
Sorry. Yeah. They fucking hated each other. You never noticed that on the pitch, though, would you? Never noticed that.
Because I was doing this on the Full Irish the other day, because it hit me when I was going to bed one night that people were saying Sesko's one of the best young strikers in the world, right? One of the best young strikers in the world. And I was saying, in the 90s, he wouldn't be in the top 100, man. He would not have been in the top 100.
Wouldn't have been in the top 1,000. He wouldn't have made it as a footballer.
That's what I mean. I pulled up and I'll do it here, 95-96 season, right? These were the top scorers in the English league, right? Alan Shearer, Robbie Fowler, Les Ferdinand, Dwight York, Teddy Sheringham, Chris Armstrong, Andrei Kanchelskis, Ian Wright, Stan Collymore, Eric Cantona, Dion Dublin. I mean, the list goes on. Ryan Giggs is there. Dennis Bergkamp's there. Andy Cole. I mean, that is just in England. That's just in England. Any of those players would be worth hundreds of millions now. You know what I mean? And then I was doing one, and I did it for I think it was the 2002-03 season. But Anelka was at Bolton, right, at 28. If 28-year-old Anelka was around now, everybody would be after him. And he was at fucking Bolton, man, because every other team was so stacked. Every other team was stacked with forwards. United, when they won the treble, had 4 forwards now that everybody would be after. Andy Cole, Dwight York, Teddy Sheringham, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer rotating for 2 places. We had Wiltord, Bergkamp, Henry, Kanu. You know what I mean? Like it's a different level. And then when we had them, when we were going for the unbeaten season, we signed Reyes as well, just to stack it a bit more. We signed him in January. You know what I mean? Like
scored in his debut against Chelsea.
And people say, "Oh no, you're just being nostalgic." I'm not, man. The level was different. It was a different level. All the players have a coached out of them now. They're all too coached. They're not allowed to express yourself. But then you see when someone comes along at Barcelona like Yamal and Pedri, and they just go out there and express yourself, and people are absolutely blown away by it. Every team used to do that. Every team in the Premier League in the 90s and the early 2000s, all of them had at least one Maverick. Southampton had Letitia and even had Marion Parhars then playing off him. You know what I mean? Coventry had Peter Undove and Hadji. Even the lower teams had them. King Clancy was at City when City was shit. There's no players like that anymore because it's all coached out of them. It's completely coached out of them. And then when you look at, that's just looking at England. If you pull up the top forwards in Europe or in the world in the 90s, it'd be George Weah and Van Basten, and the list would be endless. Shevchenko and I mean, people say, "Oh no, Kevin Phillips even exactly. He was top scorer one year. Him and Noah Quinn.
Kevin Davis, Kevin Phillips, Kevin Davis, ballers everywhere, bro.
Yeah,
ballers absolutely fucking everywhere. Well, I'm just looking at this Inter Miami team, yeah. The front two is Suarez and Messi.
Yeah.
Busquets, Redondo, not that Redondo. Yeah, no. He was a player as well. Yeah, bro, look at that fucking team. They're just the front two. And by the way, they're playing 4-4-2.
Alaba as well. Do they have Alaba as well, or is he?
He's not in the starting 11.
Yeah.
The manager is Mascherano, by the way. Javier Mascherano. It's going well, isn't it? Meanwhile, we're sitting here. They've got Messi and Suarez up front, and we're sitting here going, well, maybe we're going for Sesko or Gyökeres.
And I would.
It's Redondo's son. That's Redondo's son.
Really?
No way.
That's crazy work.
That was so it's funny that you mentioned Suarez. I saw that well-beast guy, man. I've only been put onto him. This
he blocked me ages ago.
This fucking guy, man. He put up.
Listen, I'm going to get a beer. Yeah?
He put up a picture of Darwin Núñez, and he wrote, "Just saying, if Arteta can turn Marino into a goal machine, think what he can do with this guy." And then someone commented, Arteta would turn this guy into the new Suarez. I'm not lying. But this is what's getting put out there. First of all, he said he turned Marino into a goal machine. He didn't hit double figures. But these are the guys that people are listening to. People are listening to these. So when I'm taking these people down on the morning thing, people saying, "Oh, why do you let them get to you?" It's because they have like hundreds of thousands of people that listen to them. Hundreds of thousands of young Arsenal fans that go, "Oh, everything's fine. Everything's fine with our club. This guy said everything's fine. Oh, we're getting this guy, and if we get Núñez, he could be the new Suarez." And I don't know, Jesse. Like this is a new thing. Like I mean, you didn't have to put when you didn't like a manager back in the day, you just protested and it got done. You know what I mean? But nowadays you have these fucking melts out there talking absolute bollocks, and it's just not the same as it ever was. I don't know where you stand on it, man. I don't understand it myself. How someone like these can have a voice, but unfortunately they do.
Well, mate, nothing's changed. It's the same shit. Let's be all right. Come on. We go round and round and round and round. And let's be honest, guys. Don't you get bored talking about the same shit that goes around and round and round and round?
Yeah.
Let's Carl, it'd be nice, Shane, to have something new to talk about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's be fair. I mean, you guys do great streams, brilliant streams, but wouldn't it be nice having something new to talk about?
Yeah.
Be fair.
Yeah.
Be fair. I mean,
I dream of things going well, Jez. So we're coming on and talking about positive stuff.
Well, you do your great stream every day, your Irish breakfast thing. When I can, I've watched, I think, a couple of times this week. Not all of it because I've had to bounce out, but you put the facts out, Carl. You do your stuff, but mate, doesn't it get a bit fucking boring when we're talking about the same shit all the time? It
does. It gets saturated. It gets oversaturated.
Yeah, Aaron does
Yeah.
it. I mean, fair play to
Yeah.
Aaron. Big up Aaron, man. You know,
Legend.
I think sometimes being respectful, and I am being respectful, people overwork it because sometimes just don't talk about it. Take some time out. Yeah, because it gets boring. Everybody talks about the same shit all the time, and it's like, no, it's boring. It's boring, boring, boring. I mean, I'm not going to gas myself up here right now, right? I haven't streamed since last Monday, right? And I've gone up 162 subs in a week. And since I've been streaming with Lee tonight, I've gone up another 34.
Go on, Jezza. Well, I bet I've bloody got up 34. Fucking, that's all I needed. Fucking because 27 away.
Come on, guys, hit that sub button. Come on.
Now, hang on. I'm not gassing myself up. I think
I've gone down.
I think, guys, that's because I think that's because I changed my channel name.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
Because I had a lot of people said, Jez, can't find you. Like, I watched you on so-and-so's show. I watched you on so-and-so's. So I changed it to make it more obvious. I'm on my way now to 8K.
Come on, Jezza.
And like, I'm thinking, fucking hell, that's like, I'm nearly on what's going on? But I don't want to rinse and repeat what everybody else says it. I don't think it works. I think being a content creator, come up with your own content. And I'm not dissing anybody. I'm not having a go at anybody, right? Because Lee, you're very seasoned and you come up with it all the time.
So I'm just being distracted by this fit blonde on DAZN. DAZN and Spaniard have the fittest fucking birds on their channel. I swear. Sorry, Jez.
No, that's right. If they got nice legs, I'm with you.
Well, she's sitting down, Jez. Maybe she ain't got any.
I tell you what, right? I've got to say this, boys. Another story for you, right? You know I like to come out with a story.
We love a Jez story. Go on, Jez. I'm all ears. I've got the beers. Go on. I'll have a cigarette and listen to Jez. I could listen to you all day, Jez. I can't lie.
Right. The wife and I drove the wife up to Dijon today to meet one of her friends who's come over from London. Well, no, she actually now lives in Edinburgh. So she got a flight from Edinburgh to Paris, then to Dijon. That's the biggest airport, apart from Lyon down the road here, right? Now, I've got to tell you this, guys. Got to tell you this. She's one of my wife's best friends. She was a model. She used to be a model, right, for a magazine called Playboy.
No way.
Oh, okay.
Right. When she was 18, she became a model and did all the stuff. You know what I mean? All the things, whatever. You know, like. Anyway, she is 64, same age as me. I'm telling you right now, boys. You know, when I picked her up, when I and the wife picked her up from the airport.
Be careful what you say here, Jez. They'll be clipping this.
There's nothing to hide. Nothing to hide. And she turned up, and I was like, whew. You know what I'm saying? She looks like she's still about 22. And I said to the wife, I sat there, right? We're in the terminal. It's only a little airport. It's not a big airport, right? Not a big airport. And I said to her, oh, she's flying from Paris Orly. And she went, yeah, that's right. I said, all right. What's the flight number? She went, so and so. So I had on my feel I got that track, flight radar 24 thing.
Yeah.
So I said, "Oh right, they're going to land in a minute. They're going to land in a minute," and they landed and all that. I said, "Oh, she's going into terminal so and so," and she went, "All right, we'll get to arrivals." I said, "Yeah, come on, let's go." We had a lovely coffee and all that, We walked down, and we stood there. And I'm like, well, where the okay, well, get her bags, I suppose, and all that shit. This woman walked out, right, in the shortest skirt I've ever seen in my fucking life. And I'm thinking, I went, wait, Barbs, is that your friend? And she went, fucking hell, yeah. I said, fuck me, she didn't half look good. And she went, yeah. I said, look at the legs on her. And she went, bang. And I said, you used to have lovely legs. And I said,
Jez went straight in with the fucking.
You went
Just
straight
like mucking about.
He was already in deep enough.
You went straight to the shadow realm with that one.
I tell you, I got
you
that.
You used to have. Oh.
And she went, and I said to Barbs, I said, well, I'm not being funny, darling, but fucking look at, and she came over and she gave me a kiss on the cheek, and I got another one. Proper smack. I mean, a proper smack on the cheek. And I went, okay. And anyway, you got to hear this out. Hear this out. Right? So we've driven back down. It's about an hour from Dijon.
It's hilarious.
It's about an hour down to where we are. Drove round Bone down to where we are and all that, right? And then they decided they're going to go and have a night in Dijon, right? So I said, right, have a good time. So they're gone. They fucked off, left me on my own, and they've driven off. And I said to them, well, have a good time, have a nice time, right? And be careful, because you know you don't know where you're going and everything, and Dijon can be a bit in certain places a bit naughty, from what I know, from what I'm told. All right. So anyway, off they come. So they're taking the car, all right, and they're driving up the road, right. First thing happens, they get a puncture.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
So
well, they're going to be short of people queuing up to help them out, are they? Just
hear me out, right? So they've got a puncture. So she rings me up. We got a puncture. I said, well, yeah, you got a spare. And she said, well, I ain't got a clue. I said, right, fair enough. I'll get you. So I contact a local company to say, can you, in my terrible French, can you help and get this tyre changed and onto the spare, which is one of them little ones and the little things, you know, them little thingy bob ones.
Yeah.
So this guy turns up after an hour and changes it, and off they go. They get up. Eventually they get to Dijon, and all of a sudden I get this another conversation from her. I've lost the car keys. So I've now tomorrow, right, got to drive up. No, I've got to get a lift by somebody up to Dijon to give her the fucking spare set of keys. I mean, can't make it up, can you? For fuck's sake. Women on the piss are useless.
Nightmare.
Oh,
fucking useless.
Right.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, but finish it off, right? This woman, fuck me, at 64. Oh, Jesus Christ. I know the wife. She won't watch this, but
maybe the wife is.
Seriously,
I always liked the MILF, but now when I type it into
Pornhub,
they're on my age.
She looks about 32. Honestly, I swear.
Just give her my phone number. Tell her to call me.
Yeah.
Market opportunity right there. She got a few quid, Jez.
Yeah, she used to work for Playboy magazine back in the 70s. She was a proper babe.
Right,
I'd be
mate.
that like a rat up a drain pipe, man.
Mate, I'm just looking. Mate, I'm bamboozled. Anyone who ain't got Spanish DAZN, you're missing out, lads. Every single one of these dollies is buff. All their presenters
Yeah,
are fit.
they haven't bought into that bollocks where they have to be Uggos all the time. Have they? They just
Nah, mate, the F1 dolly, I can't remember her name. Yeah, the F1 dolly on DAZN, mate. Anyway, let's get back to what we're talking. Let me grab this. Chez, how far you got to drive tomorrow?
It's about an hour and up to Dijon from here. It's about an hour and 15.
Be worth it though, Jez. Your one will be there, man.
You're the knight in shining armor, Jez.
Yeah, man.
I have.
Go by horseback, Jez. It'll make it more romantic.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Wear a white suit and then go up on horseback.
You might need one of these, though, Jez.
There you go.
Why have you got that? Real talk.
Why are you gay?
Wait, R9 Ronaldo's there. Look at R9. R9's there. R9 is there, guys. Hey, he looks like he's lost a bit of weight. That's probably.
He's got his bucket out on.
Pepe, the Portuguese Pepe, he looks well skinny, bruv. He's lost weight as well.
My bucket hat, fishing.
Gone fishing instead of just wishing. That's mad. Big up Scotty as well. Question for the panel: Romario or Rivaldo? I'm not doing any of these comparison things because people take them out of context for me.
Mario's one of the most natural finishers I've ever seen.
I just see Simon Cowell walk past with a baby.
I've seen a face on that chap at the moment, man. He looks in bits. He looks like a monster. Like.
They're interviewing somebody. They've gone off it now. But Simon Cowell walked past with a little baby in his arms.
He's all plastic up now. He looks ridiculous.
What about you, Cole? Jez? Romario or Rivaldo?
Romario was unreal, man. Romario was different level.
Do I, Lee, to be honest, do I care? No.
Nah. I love you, Jez. I never changed, mate. Never fucking changed, Jez. Jez, you're so class. It's mad.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Both were brilliant in their own unique ways.
Not really, man.
There we go. I'll take Sheikh Jassim at Celtic. Now United are stuck with Jim Ratcliffe. Big Ange back as well. Now he's out of anti-silverware. Well, he might be going to Al Ali in Saudi. If he is, Morris FC are fucked. Imagine him managing Morris.
The guys that we get in Zaghi.
Mate, it's pathetic. I can't believe I can't believe he's gone there. It's 26 million a year. Somebody offered you, Jez, 26 million a year to come out of retirement, Jez. I'm pretty sure you'd take it.
I think I'd take it, mate. Yeah.
You'd only have to do a year, wouldn't you? You wouldn't even need to do that. Just a couple of months, really, innit?
Yeah, just take it easy, man. Yeah, give me 3 months on it, and I'll be. That's fine for me.
Yeah, I'm with you, Jez. Yeah, I'm with you. That's like what? That'd be about 7 million for 3 months.
I'm happy with that. Yeah, that's quite a lot of bottles of wine, man. That'll do me.
Yeah, you could. What's the most expensive bottle of wine, Jez, like in the world? I bet it's fucking hundreds or millions, isn't it? Like hundreds of thousands or millions. I bet there's a bottle that's like one of one, unique. I bet some fucking rich fucking bastard owns it and he's never going to drink it.
No, the most expensive you can buy in a restaurant is Petrus, and that'll cost you about 10.5 grand a bottle. And there was a story probably 10 years ago that, back in the day, you used to have these traders used to have their big bonuses. And it was a load of traders,
stockbrokers and that.
Stockbrokers, yeah, went out into a very expensive restaurant in London and decided that they would have a big lunch on their bonuses. But it's one guy who was a very senior executive of this particular bank decided, no, we put it on the on the card, and they had 6 bottles of Petrus. That came to 60 grand. plus food, plus everything else and everything. And that was their sort of Christmas bonus type scenario at the time. And they got sacked.
I'm not surprised.
Idiots.
The chief executive of the particular bank.
Oh, hold up, there's fucking helicopter over me house, Jez. Hang on. Your missus mate might have just landed.
They got sacked for doing I forget the term now. They were sacked for well anyway, it doesn't matter. They got sacked for it, and quite rightly. Quite rightly.
So there's a comment here by Rich Moneymakers that says the most expensive wine ever sold is the 1945 Domaine de la Romane Conte, which fetched a record-breaking $558,000 at auction.
Is he a good manager?
Conte.
I've just typed in Petrus here, right, and it comes up with a 1990 Pomerol. 6 litre for €173,000. Yeah, there's a 1982 for 69.2. Oh fucking hell! They sell it in El Corte Inglés, which is like it's like fucking sells everything. You can get the TVs in there, you can get clothes in there, it's a supermarket, it's everything. Yeah, and there's a bottle in there for 9.3k in euros, 2015. Vino Tinto, Pomerol even. 14 grand.
A picture ever came up. Oh no, sorry, I thought Patrice.
a 1945 bottle of Chateau Petrus is 17 grand.
Yeah, the thing is, what you got to remember, they are for collectors only. You can't drink. You can't drink them. They're undrinkable.
The cheapest one I've seen so far, I just googled it and just the cheapest one I've seen is 2.9k. There's another one here, 130. Oh no, it's 12 bottles, 134 grand.
Yeah, we can't look once they get past about Petrus, it's an exceptional wine, right? But you can't drink them after that because they're gone, they're done, they're finished, they're undrinkable. I mean, I've just had this bottle today, a beautiful bottle of wine, Chevrolet Chambertin 2018. Yeah,
I like the labels on the old bottles.
So Louis Jadot 2018, beautiful bottle of wine. It's not stupid money, but you can go into silly levels of wine. But the thing is, you like talking about 1945, what and all this. Yeah, Chateau Lafite 1869. You can't bloody drink it.
If you drank it, would you die? Would you get poisoned off it, do you reckon?
No, that would be syrup. That would be like glug. That would be like bloody honey. And you can't.
So why do people buy it?
Because they're collectors. They want the label. They want.
That makes sense,
at home, I've got a book of labels that I've collected over the years, right? And I've got a book that my dad collected because my dad was a proper connoisseur of wine. But you can buy wines that are 30, 40 years, 50, but some of them you just can't drink.
What's the most expensive one you've got? Well, you don't have to share it. You don't have to sell us, Jez.
What?
Jez is going to drop out 145 grand bottle in a minute, shall we?
No. Mate, look, come on. Let's be serious. The most expensive bottle I've ever drunk was at my 55th.
It's last month.
Just before my dad died, was a bottle of Latache Burgundy, Vauxhall Romanée, up the road from here. And he bought that we had a fantastic lunch at a fantastic restaurant. He bought that for me and him, obviously. And that was £7,500.
Push.
Fucking hell.
It was a one-off. My dad was dying.
Could you tell though, Jez? Could you tell like that with the difference in it?
I've got the bottle. I said to the restaurateurs, I said, "Can I keep the bottle, please?" And they said, "Yeah, of course you can." I've got the bottle, but it was it's my 55th. My dad was dying from pancreatic cancer, and he said, "I want to give you this bottle of wine." And 6 months later, he's dead. 8 months later, he's dead. And we both enjoyed it. And it was an exceptional occasion. It was one of them things you do in life.
That's a nice moment, though, Jez.
Nice memory as well.
Mm.
Great.
Was that the last bottle of wine you drank together?
Yeah, it was.
There you go. That's why you kept it. Yeah, and you've still got that memory for the rest of your life, mate. No, that's sound. What's the most expensive bottle you own?
At home.
You don't have to tell anyone, Jez. I'm only putting you on the spot. You don't have to.
No, at home. I've got quite a nice little wine cellar. The most expensive one I've got is I've got 6 bottles of Echeveau, which is up the road here, about 10-20 miles up the road from here. 10 bottles of Echeveau, which £1,000 a bottle.
Nice.
Round about that.
Did I send you there's a restaurant around the corner from me, yeah? Banging steak restaurant. Yeah, and the old boy, he cooks up the steaks himself. He's owned it for years. Like they're Galician steak. Galician fucking steak is banging. And he cooks up the food himself in the middle of the restaurant. They have their little kitchen as well for the sides and all that, the potatoes, all that stuff. Yeah, but he'll actually stand there and cook the steak in the middle of the restaurant. Did I send you the cellar they had? Did I send you that, Jez, before? It's not massive. It's like a big glass thing. It's in right. So when you walk in the restaurant, yeah, it's fucking beautiful inside. Like the outside don't look too great. Yeah, but when you walk in, it's absolutely stunning. You turn to the left, go down, there's tables all around, and then to the right, in the corner, they've got this big fuck off glass, room. Yeah, just glass window around it. Yeah, and it's got all their wines in there. Next time I go in there, I'm going to ask them what their most expensive bottles are. Like, you'll probably recognize all the drinks in there. Yeah, but did I send it to you before? I don't know if I put it in the chat before, in the group chat.
And I think
so that was pretty tiny, like for the size of the restaurant and how busy it is.
This little bar we got up to the road up here, right? This guy has got some unbelievably good wines, right? He's a lovely Albert. His name's Albert, and his wine list, man. If you went in there, right, you drive him past, it looks like a ramshackle cafe.
It's like the steakhouse around the corner, mate. Chantal didn't want to go in there.
You go in there, man, and the food is sublime. His wine list is off the chart. I'll show you this. I've got to show you this, right?
Go on, Jezza.
Right, I'll show you this.
Man like Albert. Can he play it? Can he play out front?
Right. Out here is obviously in Burgundy is one of the biggest wine regions in France. Côte de Rhône, down the road, that's like 120 miles. So 2 nights ago, I said to him, Chevry Chambertin, I said, that's one of my favourite wines that look, is, off the chart to me. And he went, I've got this for you. And he came out, and I didn't even look. I didn't even look in his wine list because he's got a wine list book like that. He's got a red one like that, and you can spend an hour and a half just looking through. It's unbelievable. And I've been into his wine cave, which is behind the bar, restaurant, whatever you want to call it, and it goes on forever. Yeah. So I said, no, choose me. I want a Chevrolet Chambertin choose me one that you would pick out. I don't mind paying the money for it. And he said, no, it's by negotiation. I said, all right, fair enough. So he came out with this Chevrolet Chambertin 2021.
Look at the bowls. The bowls are sick, aren't they?
And
They are.
The bowls
They
are
are.
really nice. The labels are so cold.
And I said to him, I don't know it myself. I'm not, you know, he said, exceptional. I said, right, fair enough. It was so good. It was so.
You took it home. You took it home with you and kept the bottle.
No, I seriously, it was so. I got the cork as well, kept the cork, and I said, that is exceptional. That's probably one of the best Chevrolet Chambertins I've ever had in my life. And he said, you asked me to give you the best. And I went, yeah. And I said, Jean-Michel Goulon Effils. I said, that is a top producer. And I liked it so much. We had two.
Go on, Jezza.
And we were both bollocks, to be honest.
Yeah.
I thought you was going to say.
Oh, was that the other night? Was that the other night?
Yeah. And a bit embarrassing, really, but yeah.
Nah, he knows you had a good time, Jez. He's like, yo, I sorted him right out there.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It was a good night out. I mean, those bottles of wines were not fucking cheap, but I loved it. I don't care, man. I'm on holiday.
How much are we talking, Jez? 500, 700? Probably more than.
The sound of silence means it's higher than what he recognized what it should be. I'm going to say about €900.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
That just got a fucking drive all the way up to get the fucking.
That was. That. Yeah. That was 900 quid a bottle.
Oh,
Hey, Jez, but that's the thing. You're on holiday, mate, yeah? Right? And you've worked your bollocks off your entire life, mate, your entire working life, yeah? Fucking 900 quid for a bottle each, yeah? Who cares?
I don't care.
Exactly. You're living life, mate.
I could die tomorrow. Who gives a shit?
Facts.
Exactly.
I don't care. I could walk up the road and get killed by a car. I don't care.
You can drink too much wine and fall in the lake and get eaten by all the fish in there, Jez.
Yeah.
Mowed over by your neighbour. Mowed over by the tractor.
I think you come to a point in your life, right? I think you come to a point in your life and you just say, I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yep.
Yeah? Because I've been there, seen it and done it. I've been for the good and the bad. And now I'm enjoying the best time of my life. And I'm having a great time out here. I mean, I'd live here. I would live here every day of the year. Seriously. I love it here. The people are beautiful. It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But unfortunately, the other half, grandkids, daughters over there, back in the UK, it's a problem. You know, I actually did say, boys, I did actually say to her, well, I'll fucking live here. You go home. You can look up. You go and come.
Yeah.
I did. I said,
Did you have a couple of glasses of wine at that point, Jess? You might get another punch in it around the head.
Yeah, I did, actually. I did.
Jess is living
You
life.
will end up in that lake.
Yeah, if you get too there, you'll fucking throw him in there. Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, though, guys, come on. Lee, Carl, you've got a son. Shane, I'm sure you've got.
I've got 3 kids, Jess. 3 kids.
Lee, you've got
a little girl as well.
And sometimes in life, you have to say, enough is enough. Let them fucking do their own thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I'd be quite happy. I've said to her, look, it's 8-hour drive from where we live to here. Yeah, I mean, I've got my daughters coming over in 3 weeks' time with the grandkids. Great, happy days, fantastic. I said, I'll live here. You go back there. we're in communication. It's not a problem. I love living here. I can do my thing. You can do your thing. But we're still together, and we meet up when we meet up every 3 months, whatever. Doesn't matter, does it? Life can work like that. I'm 64. She's 64. Right? It's not like we're in. How can I put it nicely? It's not like we're shagging every fucking day of our life. That's gone. That day's gone, man.
Oh, well, you've got no chance now. You're looking at somebody else's legs, Jez.
Yeah, but I'm open about it, man. Come on, man. I'm fucking 64. Come on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Jez, I fucking love you, man.
We've been married 38 years this November. Right? 38 years.
Oh, excellent.
And to cap it all, when I said that to her the other night, and straight up, no, I'm not bullshitting you. And I said, look, come on, we can do this. I can live here, and I love it here, right? If you want to go back to the UK, we've got a beautiful 5-bedroom house over there, beautiful, fantastic, and all that drama. I live here. I've got my lake. I love it here. I love the chilled life. And when she said, well, I said to her to that about, you know, she said, why the fuck would I want to shag you, old bastard? It's like, you know, come on, man. It's a time of life, isn't it? Come on. It's a time of life where you just want to, like, fuck it, you know.
Done all that back in your prime, Jez.
I'm not interested in that anymore.
Jez is a journeyman striker.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
come on, man. He's gone out to France for one final paycheck.
yeah.
Mate, honestly, I'm like you, Lee. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's proper, man. It is.
No, it is. It's a nice way of life, isn't it? Like, it's just like, I know it's not like sunny every day in France or Spain, but just the environment. Like, Jez, I was walking down the road earlier to go and get some food. Yeah, a couple of hours before, about an hour. But I missed the first fucking kickoff by half an hour. I came back and I fucking thought I got 20 minutes. I lay on the sofa for a bit. Next thing, I was half hour late for the game. But I walked down the hill. There's a geezer riding his moped up the hill. Yeah, through where I live, like through the gates. Yeah, never seen him before in my life. But he's like, hola, ¿qué tal? Yeah, I was like, yeah, todo bien, ¿tú? So I can't speak Spanish, guys, when I want. Yeah, never seen him in my life. He's happy. I'm happy. Everyone's happy, Jez. Yeah, you're happy. Look how happy you are. Yeah, and I think like going there for as long as you're going there for and being there for, yeah, I think that makes you realise because everything's 100 mile an hour in England. Yeah, and there's more to life than living in England, mate. There's way more.
I don't think I'm going to come back before
the divorce papers will be on the table soon.
No, that'll never happen.
No, 38 years is a long time.
I don't think. Do you know? I actually said to her last night. We were out for a lovely meal, had a great time. And I said to her, "Do you know? I think I'll stay here till October." And she went, "Well, if you want to do that." I said, "Yeah, you can go back." I said, "You know, you've got a job," because she's taken unpaid leave and all that shit to come here because she still works. And I said, "I get it." I said, "You love it, seeing the grandkids and the daughters and everything." And I said, "I don't think I'm going to come back before the end of September." And I said to her, "Do you know why I want to do it?" And she said, "Why?" I said, "I want to go to one of the biggest wine auctions that happens in Bone this year. It happens every year, and I want to go and have a look because this is where they do the massive Burgundy wine auction. It's a hotel, and that's where all the big boys go. And I'm not saying I'm going to buy. I just want to go and have a look. I just want to see what happens out of pure interest as a wine.
Yeah, curiosity.
Well, I'm just interested. I'm just interested to go and see it. but it doesn't happen till September. And I said, I want to go and have a look. And she said, are you sure? I said, yeah, I'm sure. I said, if you want to go back in August, which, you know, that's where we're scheduled to, I may stay here till September, end of September. I don't know. I might stay till fucking.
Why not?
I don't know.
Just stay there, bruv. Just stay there. Just stay there for as long as you want. The kickoff's going to be delayed, guys. It's supposed to kick off in 1 minute, but they've done some. Oh, the trophy looks amazing, by the way.
It does look nice, actually.
Trophy looks sick, doesn't it?
It looks stunning.
But yeah, I'm not too sure about fucking Ray Stremmerd and fucking all of that. And they, yeah, like, is this 10 years ago? Yeah, look at Leo Messi, bruv, baller. Luis Suarez. Right, the players are walking out one by one, I think. Is that what they're doing? They're walking out one by one? I don't know. That Al Ali kit looks lit, by the way.
I do like the Al Ali kit, actually. It looks smart.
Yeah, they're walking the players out one by one. Yeah, it's going to be about 10 minutes before kickoff, I reckon.
That's very American what they do, isn't it? It's very
American. They've still got fireworks going off in the middle of the pitch. They've still got all this. This is like Spain, though. Yeah, Spain kickoff always late. Yeah, they don't, obviously not like this. Yeah, but they've put on a big show for this fucking starting game. Yeah, let's hope it don't let us down. But now, Jez, do what you got to do, man. Do what you got to do, man. Like, at the end of the day,
I think
it's all about being happy.
I think people sometimes think that they've got to be guided by other people and what they do in life. And no, not for me. Not for me.
No, do what you want, Jez. Fuck everyone.
Yeah, fuck everybody. You're quite right.
Yeah, fuck everybody. Yeah, do what you want. Do what you want to do, Jez. At the end of the day, now I've said this before on a stream the other week, right? At the end of the day, the reason people have a relationship is because you both get something out of it, whether that's a friendship or an intimate relationship. You've been with your wife for 38 years for a reason, Jez, because you get something back out of that. Yeah, whether that be the connection emotionally, physically, sexually, whatever, yeah, the companionship or whatever. You've had that for 38 years as married, yeah? If that all goes tits up, you're not married anymore. That's how life is. And it's the same with a friendship. Like, me and you are friends because we get something out of it, Jez. Yeah, if we don't get out of it what we used to get out of it, we're not friends anymore. That's just life. Do what the fuck makes you happy. Yeah, do what makes you happy.
I think I think the difference being married for 38 years, it's not the fact that we're like going to be bad friends. It's the fact that we're still together, whether we're 800 miles away or, and that's the point I'm trying to make here, right? Because at the end of the day, I can drive up to Dijon, get a flight to Gatwick, and I'm there in an hour and a bit. But I just love it here. I enjoy it here. It's chilled. It's great. It's beautiful. And, you know, we've got a nice house in the UK. We've got this beautiful house here, you know, and my dream lake, which is fishing shit at the moment. I don't know why. But how can I put it to you? It comes a point in time in your life where you just have to say, fuck it, enjoy what you got. And I've got, you know, I've worked my nuts off all my life and now I'm enjoying what I've got. And I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's wrong.
See, my dad's the same. Yeah, my dad had moved out of England like that. And he's retired now. My mum don't want to leave it. And it's like, how much fucking longer we got? Like, yeah, they go everywhere together. They're like best friends. Yeah, and they've been married 45 years. Yeah, but it's like, oh, but what about this and what about that? Yeah, how about what? It's a flight. Yeah, they just ride off in my dad will ride off on his motorbike anywhere. He's happy with that. Right? They go together everywhere on their bikes, yeah. But my mum won't give up the house. She won't give up all the family that are there. Then it's like, just fucking make the move. It'll be the best thing you've ever done. And then by the time they do it, if they ever do it, they're going, oh, I wish we'd done this years ago.
Yeah. Well, we moved up the mountains last year. Got a bit of land and stuff like that. And my missus was humming and hawing about it. And I was like, trust me, but we won't be close to the shops. I said, it's a 10-minute drive. Like, it's not, oh, but we can't walk to the shops. So when's the last time you walked to the shop? Even when we're close to the shop, to drive to the shop. Like, you know what I mean? But I moved up the mountains last year now, and I wake up every morning, I go out, and it's just fucking, you look around you, and there's just, you can hear the horses down the road and stuff like that. I wouldn't go back in a fucking, I'm here for good now. And until maybe I will move over somewhere sunny in 10, 15 years, maybe. But I wouldn't move back into the city ever again, man. Never again.
Nah.
You know what I mean? People are just more laid back up here as well as that. It's just the peace and quiet, man. It's different. If I want to go into the city, I can, but I'm not stuck in it. You know what I mean? I wouldn't change it. And she loves it now. Second we moved up, she was, oh man, why didn't we do this before? I said, I told you. You know what I mean? It's a different life. And even though like I can see the city on the horizon, I mean, I don't have to deal with it. I wouldn't change it. Will not change it. Wouldn't change it for the world, man. I love getting up in the morning, sitting out, having a coffee, and looking over my garden and stuff like that. It's different life, man.
No, it is 100%. Yeah, the pitch is terrible, but we are going to wrap this up because I'm going live on the other channel to watch this game because that's how we roll these days. Now that'll be my 4th stream of the day, and you lot say I got L work rate. Yeah, cool. Let's see if anyone's doing Botafogo versus Seattle Sounders at 4 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, 4 a.m. Let's see if anyone turns up for that one. Yeah, you lot better fucking pull up in this chat, yeah, because you've been hounding me about L work rate, yeah? Let's make sure you're in my chat.
Hello, I haven't.
No.
Doesn't mean us.
No. A lot of these, yeah, L work rate, because I had 3 or 4 days where I didn't really do much. Yeah, cool. That's because I was saving myself for this. Refreshed and ready to go. But bless up to everyone who's locked in. Big up to RB as well. 44 months. Recruitment equals 0 with full Arteta at the helm. Facts, brother. 44 months is crazy as well. And tell me I've hit 126k. Nope, 22 away. You're not taking a piss. I swear some of you are unsubbing.
Come on, guys.
I've been less than 50 away since 2 days ago.
They probably all sub already.
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Maybe they do. Or they're just frauds. But anyway, big up to everyone who has locked in. It's going to raid the other channel. I'm going to go live on there. But Cole, always love, bro. What you got coming up, brother?
Yep.
Check your channel out.
Yep. So you find me on my channel, Gundam UK. Tomorrow, 2 streams. Afternoon session, got the quarterfinals of the World Cup of Darts to do. And then in the evening session, you got the semi-finals and the final. And then I'll be doing the 8 p.m. kickoffs for the Club World Cup, rolling all the way through. And obviously on Wednesday, me and Guns will be collaborating for the Al Hilal Real Madrid match. So that'll be a very interesting one to say the least. But yeah, there's a lot of content come out. And big up to everyone that viewed my watch along earlier on today, because I've just looked at the analytics on it now. It's almost touched 1.1k views, which is just awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Come on, bless up, man.
On an Arsenal channel, yeah, I've decided to watch a lot of fat men throw nails at a board. Okay, fair enough. If that's what it is. But big up, guys, and Lee, thank you for letting me come on. Much appreciated. Shane, Jez, all the time in the world for you, gentlemen. Cheers.
Nah, bless up to you, bro. Make sure you sub to his channel. Links in the title. Jezza, love your stories, man. Love that you're happy. Love that you're having a good time. You got a lovely tan. Nice to see you this chilled, Jez. I don't think in all the years that I've known you, I don't think you've been this chilled.
Oh, mate, I don't know. I think I have. I'm just having a great time, man. And it's great. It's just lovely, isn't it? And yeah, I'm not stressed about Arsenal anymore. And yeah, it's good fun, man. And gentlemen, I couldn't drink the bottle, man, because I've already fucking drunk it. It's gone. Sorry. I drunk 2 of them 2 nights ago. You may remember I came on Lee's show. You may not remember.
Yeah.
I was absolutely wasted. I did 2 of them. And yeah, it's great love. It's great life. And I have to say, I don't know what is going on here, people. something's going on because I've just gone up another 24 subs.
Well, I wish I fucking did, mate, because I'm fucking me on 120.
You're the only one. You're the only one getting subs there, Jezza. Come on, man.
Yeah, come on.
They're killing it. They're killing it.
How many subs you on now, Jez?
Nearly on 7.2.
Yo, we'll get him to 7.2 right now. Come on, there's still how many people in it?
Yeah,
1,240 in here.
I think, Lee, honestly, Lee, I've got no other reason to say it. I think it's got to change the channel name.
It's easier to find, Jez, and it'll be easier on the algorithm as well.
I think
the channel name was too long.
Yeah, and it's just going up and up and up. And thank you, everybody, for doing that. Thank you. Lee, you're a fucking legend in my eyes. Shane, big up to you. Carl, sorry you guys couldn't make my show earlier, but
I felt that.
Big up, boys. Big up, boys. And as always, Lee, fuck me, your work rate, man. Jesus Christ.
Well, apparently it's in the gutter. So yeah, let's see how many of these wankers, you fucking wankers, I'll find you. Yeah, telling me I've got L work rate are going to be in my chat in a minute. Yeah, yeah. Let's see if you're there. Let's see if you're there. There's 1,200 people in here. Yeah? I expect 1,200 people watching me watch Miami against Al Ahly. But yeah, big up to everyone. Big up Shane as well. Love, brother. What you got coming up? Obviously, the full Irish.
The full Irish, yeah. Big up, yeah, and big up to Jezza as well, man. I had an absolute ball listening to you. You're such a legend, man. And apologies that I couldn't make it earlier. I was at that stag and I didn't get into about half an hour before I came on here. But you know, anytime you give me the call for your channel, it's I'll be there whenever I can. But yeah, full Irish tomorrow, and then it's Father's Day, so there's a lunch set up here at the house, and then I will have the weekend roast at 3:30, where we see who's top of the Top Gooner table for the four that I have on it. We'll be deciding in the chat who's top of the for the first week, the first results for the first week, and then I'm out for dinner actually. Then after that for Father's Day as well. So yeah, busy day. But yeah, the full Irish tomorrow. The numbers are going up every time. Big up. There's a load of people in this chat that come in every morning and spend the time with me. Like, could be 2.5 hours and they stay the whole time and stuff like that. It's amazing. So if there's anyone in here that hasn't been, come over tomorrow morning at 10:30. Give it a go. We always have a good laugh, and then yeah, the weekend roast will be at 3:30. So yeah, big up to Lee for having me on, and big up to everybody who subbed to Jezza. Keep them going because the chap puts in some of the best work out there. So make sure you keep subbing.
Yeah, can't they got better work rate than all of us? So yeah, big up the chat, big up to Cole, big up to Jez, big up to Shane. Raid my other chat with L work rate, and big up to Will Bass as well. That name's hilarious. Just got back from a piss up. Hope you're well, bruv. All right, Al Ahly should have gone 1-0 up. And it's a free kick. It was offside. But yeah, big up to you. I just get another beer out the fridge, mate, and fucking slosh it down. Bosh. Yeah, come on, let's go, guys. So, but no, big up to everybody. Locked in. The stream's been sick as well, and it's kept me wide awake for the game I'm about to watch. So it's what it is. But yeah, make sure you sub into me as well, you fuckers, when you get to the other channel. Make sure you sub to all three of them. We're out. Cronky out, mates. Actually, let me just double check I've got the fucking raid on. Let me just quickly double check. Yeah, we got the raid on. Okay, cool.
I don't know what the story is.
That's weird, isn't it? Well, I'll speak to you tomorrow at some point about that.
Yeah.
But listen, we're going to raid the other channel. L work rate, and I'll be there in 30 seconds. I'm going to piss, and I'll be there. Love, laters. Cronky out. Jezza in, mate.